Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to my end of set tournament. Gino is making it. So yeah. Here I will also so here's the score sheet. Boom. Right. So should be a blast. I think Dunk Pacino is getting people into lobby, and then we're gonna hop into it. Let me get let's get some music going. Dude, the glitch city, actually music's gonna go crazier. It's gonna hype us up. Straight up didn't realize it's happening on a day head off. Happily saw a YouTube vote yesterday. Yo, that's sick. You know, I had this day locked in for a little while ago, and then I think with a couple of people who last second weren't able to play. So happy to get some extra people in there based on availability. Okay, this is like kind of loud. Oh, there we go. Good morning. Good morning, Spectre Harlequin. How are you feeling this morning? We're the last two. Oh, is the spreadsheet not updated? Is it not updated for you? Hopefully it works. Here I can, well, these are all the people, and the tourney. These are some of my students from Legendary Tacticians, and then some people from my Discord and other stuff who decided to sign up in the thread. Like they're not online. Oh, we're at 6 to 8. We're getting there. Oh, okay. 7, 8. Oh wait, is this one wait a minute. I have a thought. Let me go. See if I'm right. Oh, maybe not. No, it is actually hashtag NAA. Hope all is cool in your area of the world today. Probably not, but still for the best. Yeah, no, Dorito signed up, but where it said that he wanted to play, but then did not check in. Probably pulling a K3 soju and overslept. I've done that one? Yeah. All good. Okay, so I think we're waiting for the last person, and then they're good to queue it up. And we'll get started. So this is checkmate. And yeah, that's basically That's basically what we got going on here. Here, I'll write in the spreadsheet that it is 20 points. Check. Again. Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting on Philippek to. Oh, maybe because I can't see the thing you open. Maybe that means everybody is there. The Bald Menace? What the hell does that mean? Am I allowed to listen to stream while playing? I mean, I'm going to be on a delay, but like probably you should turn stream off just in case you hear me like say something that I'm like, oh, you should probably do this thing. Your Discord tournament or official one? It's an, I mean, it's an official my tournament, but yeah, I mean, it's a tournament that I created for people who are my students and then also some just people who watch my stuff. So yeah. All right. Once you guys are ready, you can queue it up. I will just spectate via the client. Wait, I don't have more people added. I guess there's kind of surprised some of the people because I added all the people for the last one, but I thought we had some overlap. Who should I root for? That's a good question. I mean, are you a fan of more kind of like people who are grinders, put in the work? Some people who are just showing up on the last moment to play, kind of like the underdogs. VTubers. We got a VTuber in this tournament as well. Are you a fan of VTubers? Oh, we're in game. We're in game. All right, let's spectate. Let's get there. If you like VTubers, root for Hachitori Hanabi. If you like people who lock in, I mean, honestly, I can't choose between all of my favorites, my favorite children. All of my students, I think, have been working hard. Though I did on Discord see Hachitori Hanabi was playing some Slay the Spire. I mean, to be fair, I was playing some Slay the Spire last night, so not like I blame them, but a little. Person one says Creed is cool, gets my votes. Wow, you're bribing people. And then, I mean, honestly, Yeoman has good shot. Like this guy's farming. Well, not farming me in my lobbies. I was actually farming him the other day. But Yeoman's pretty good. So that's definitely somebody who has a good slot if you want the betting odds. And then, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, especially after game one. Okay, I need this on the other tab so I can update it as we get in there. All right. Loading up game one. End of set tournament. Once this tournament's over, there is not another tournament that matters this set. Nobody cares about the TFT competitive season except for the Sub-Zero Legendary Tacticians end of set tournament.
The righteous path
Get rid of this thing.
with
All right, Kale, Soraka. So going to be a lot of extra items here. Component Anvils, also a lot of extra items. So we got a lot. We got a lot of extra stuff going on here. Who's got the coolest arena? I like this one. These guys probably don't have an A account, so they just have default arena. I like Mikis's arena. All right. Also, why do I have a little bit of a... Why am I getting like a sore throat? That is not what you want to hear 2 seconds into a stream, but it's probably fine. It's a little frog at the end of my throat, but it's fine. All right, let's do a little check. Huntress here. Gonna root for Nemo because I always Nemo free. What? Okay. Anyway. Just some gold to start off for everybody. So nothing crazy, no 3 costs here. Gnar, Jinx, maybe stuff that we'll think about here, but nothing too crazy. A lot of stuff here. I don't know if we'll play Huntress into that stuff. Ooh, a bunch. Wow, wait, it is a Giga Gold opener. Is anyone making 10? Everyone's holding onto units so far. I think we did have the ability to make 10 here because they get gold opener. Somebody just checked Arbiter. Okay. Yeoman's checking Arbiter here. Has Leona Printer if he wants it, or could take combat here. What did we end up taking here? We took it and then benched it, but it's star level Leona Print. We do have the Leona 2 already, but it's like, it'll get you there. Cyberblaze is the Rek'Sai 2. Okay. Decent amount of Primordian openers so far, and even some people. Wow, it is a Giga Gold opener. Holy crap. We do see dupe for Cyberblaze here. All right. So super gold opener, a lot of people making 10 already. Ooh. And so it's double items here. Bertharian is a possibility for sure. So a lot of people take that over the last weekend. Have a Meeple opener. We want it. See what we go for here. I mean, pretty solid options overall. See what we want to take in this spot here. Fast 9 or not to fast 9. We do end up taking Bertharian. I like it a lot from this spot here. I mean, we'll be able to go 5 really, really soon. Probably next round, honestly. And we have the Meeple opener for it. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Mirnik here, looking at potentially Treasure Hunt in this spot. Great option. Has Leona Printer, which doesn't really fit with Treasure Hunt, but this is such a good augment. It is hard to pass up. I think the question is just, if we take this here, what are we playing from this spot? Because we have AD items. We have a Jinx. Someone else might have been Jinx Reroll. We'll see. Hanabi has Electro Charge and an Ornna Samira already. And some good item slam. Not bad. Yeah, we ran out of time to make the K2. They're just trying to figure out what we played. I mean, honestly, playing from Lost Streak here is fine, so I don't really mind it. Like, we're probably not win streaking from this spot regardless, so we're going to sell some stuff off here. I think it's fine. Holding on to the Jinx. I think it's good. But yeah, Hachidari Hanabi, quite a good spot into Space Crew. The biggest question is, are we going to have enough gold to get there? Because we have no gold from Gods. Like, we're going to need an Econ augment at some point. Keep looking around here. Dunk Pacino is definitely going to be good on gold. Has Money Hungry and has the DB on Jinx. So this is definitely someone who could play Jinx from their spot, or could just play more like tempo. And Mirnik with the Treasure Hunt is like, hey, how's it going? Yeoman here, prize fighter, won the first fight. This is the Leona Printer and triple slammed onto Zoe here. So really just trying to win streak from this spot here. Pretty good opener, right? You never feel bad about the Arbiter Conduit Vanguard with these guys. And what tournament is this? This is my tournament for people who are my students in my Legendary Tacticians coaching program. If you do ! tournament, you can see all of that. So yeah, should be fun. I guess I can add the score sheet as well to that command. That's not a bad idea. Just so you get the full value from everything. All right, let me do this. Beast mode, edit com tournament, this, and then I'll just drop a link off. I'll just put a little block in between the links. Boom. There we go. Too tanky, hit everything, one against Master Yi 3. Oh no. No. All right. Yeoman really wants to upgrade the board here. We don't actually have great stuff to play, so we just have to fit a random Akali here. Hanabi still win streaking. Cypher Blaze we haven't looked at, right? Oh, worth the wait. Joseph Gath here with the adaptive and a Gnar too. Okay. So this should be a very solid board. This is going to be rough for anybody trying to streak in this spot, right? People like Yeoman with Prize Fighter are going to run into a brick wall and we fight this guy. So that's pretty unfortunate. Also unfortunate for Mika's here. Take another loss with Birthday Reunion. Upside is we should be pretty rich here, but it does feel bad anytime you're lose streaking in this spot here. All right, and going into first carousel here, Yeoman does keep streak. Very, very good news. And slowly printing those Leonas. So Rock has embraced what did I say? Brawler's gloves? Sparring gloves? You're gonna see most people just taking the item here. Soraka's Embrace is just not very good. I mean, you could almost think of it for like a little bit of a combat, but like, yeah, I think every single person ended up taking the gloves here, which is funny. But I mean, Soraka's Embrace is not the best. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of items this game. Remember, double item anvil into extra items here. So the people, it's interesting because it was the reverse of that in the opener though. It was a in terms of openers, it was just straight up gold. So it's kind of an interesting balance here. Mika's here, makes the LW, so likely to just play something AD, maybe a Corki, maybe we play into Gnar from here, but burning the bow feels bad here. Pinoy Setsuko takes the Crimea River. We saw Setsuko take this augment and play into Vigar Printer in regionals. Wonder if we'll see the same idea from Pinoy Setsuko here. Hanabi dropped the streak, so now we are in a little bit more of a sad spot. The upside, though, is we have great items. We have a 2-item Ornn here, and we have the sword for the Samira. Holding onto it now for potentially Shojin here. Doesn't want to, you know, slam IE, especially not on a streak here, because making Shojin is really, really important on this unit. And hopefully we can get it off the minion rounds, but we'll see. Especially winning this fight now, we're in kind of a mixed streak land. But yeah, the biggest thing, I think, for this line is just going to be, can we make it to our board? Do we end up getting enough gold to get there? Man, the items are amazing, though. Gargoyle and the Warmogs. I mean, this is what happens. We get tailor-picked items. All right, we should watch Yeoman here. See if we can keep the 5 streak. 5 streak with Prize Fighter is huge here. Deciding if we want to play Darkstar or not. Deciding if we want to level here. What's Nemo playing? Can check here. Also, potentially Vigar Printer. Might have a little bit of a contest there, but we'll see. All right, last fight. Need to pick this win up. Rotate into Cypher Blaze level 5. It's the 200 streakers fighting each other, and it's the Gnar 2, and they opt to make the Guardbreaker Slam just to ensure that they win the fight. And this is perfect sniper positioning, I will say. Getting a lot of value here. Zoe does a lot of damage. Is it enough to blow up this whole board on her own? Probably not. So Gnar's going to pick up the win. Yeoman's going to drop the streak here. It's rough, but it makes sense. It's difficult to keep your full streak here. Achidori Hanabi, close fight versus Vigar. This print, or this ult will kill a lot, but I actually know the second Vigar cast can come before the Samira cast, so very mixed streak here. So not perfect, not the end of the world, but we really need some econ at some point. Love Cluttered Mind, it's a good one. All right, we got our level 5 here. Ended up picking up, let's see it. Jax too. That's not bad. I mean, we have the Bastion already onto the board here. So that's actually a really, really nice pickup here. So curious what Mika's is gonna end up playing in this spot. Almost looks like maybe like a Corki game or something. But we know that Meeple is pretty contested in this lobby, so could be a little bit awkward here. Just with all the units that are out. Let's check out our 100 streaker here. About to print the Cho'Gath 3 here. Gets a red buff down here, so some great item slams at this point. Be interesting to see where we actually go to, because like normally you'd actually want to just play around a Cho 3 on your board. You can tempo this into stuff, but like with a Cho 3, I'd feel good about just playing around Darkstar, but our items don't really make sense for it, right? These are really, we've just kind of like tempo slammed everything. So maybe the dream is that we just like Fast 9 in the spot here. Could maybe play like a Brawler, play Brawler Yi and then keep the Cho on your board, like low key, but that might be overcooking. But we'll see here. Do we keep our 100 streak here? Rotate into Hachidori Hanabi. Picked up another Ornn and picked up a Shojin here, so that's very good. And we ended up making Adaptive Helm here just as a last item onto the Ornn here, so that we get the Radiant item, and eventually this Adaptive will probably move to backline, but you know, for now it's fine enough onto the Ornn here. Close fight. This board's quite good, but it is still going to lose to Cypher Blaze. 100 streaking. I mean, if we keep the streak, we can just go 9. There's no downside really to that. Have a DC from Mirnik. Hopefully that is okay, because we cannot pause on live. So hopefully they get the reconnect here. Curse, imagine the curse crown. I mean, you'd love to see it. Golden Gamble is like a perfectly reasonable option here. Yeah, okay, they're reconnected. I think it's fine. Copium. Pandora's item is a similar augment, just a lot less immediate power if you start rolling. A little bit Ormo is tankier than Cho 3. It's not really tankier. We did low roll the flip here, so we just get 2 items here, but 2 items is honestly fine. Not bad by any means. We start taking some, imagine some tank items here. Maybe the pickups here, Spirit Visage. Might have to remove her this chain in time if we want to get the last item here, or we could just take another backline item. We do take the gargoyle, but we run out of time to remove her. Hopefully it's not a big issue here. We see this is Dunkpachino has this money-hungry Lucky Glove setup here. Lucky Glove's quite solid in this Jinx line, and we do have a lot of items to work with. I wonder if we might end up with too many items. We'll see. Also do not have Jinx 2 yet. Really, this is around where you want to start picking up stuff like the Jinx 2. I wonder how much gold we're actually sitting on for Dunkpachino. 50 gold here, so yeah, definitely want to start rolling, see if we can find Jinx 2. The upside is the HP is looking good here. 84 HP, not bad at all, and we just rotate into that really strong board here. And we have the Primordian as well, so the econ's looking great, honestly. Just need to get to everything. 3-item Jinx already is pretty good. Does feel a little bit bad that we don't have like a true attack speed item onto her, but honestly, you get a little bit from Guardbreaker, you get a little bit from Last Whisper, so we might get away with it. I'm surprised we aren't rolling here, unless, I mean, this doesn't have to be a Jinx game by any means, because we knew Dunkpachino was hovering it, and then, okay, so I think we have handshaked and given it to Mirnik and said, you know what, Mirnik has the treasure hunt here, so very likely to just play this. So no reason to try to contest Jinx reroll. And honestly, Mirnik's spot looking pretty good. Has the Jinx 2, has kind of perfect items for it. And Treasure Hunt's just a fantastic augment. And also has the Lucky Gloves as well. What the heck? Watching this as I work? Well, I'm happy I can provide you some entertainment while you contribute to your local economy. 07. All right, go to the carousel here. Soraka and Kale the Gods. Blessing Prosperity actually could be quite good for some of these players who are playing reroll. You think about spots like Hachitori Hanabi or Mirnik here who are playing reroll, and I think it's actually a quite reasonable pickup here. We'll see what we do on it. Yeah, we're on Mirnik POV, and we're thinking hard about this because the sword is also really good. We did end up taking the extra HP, which makes sense. And I can't see everybody, but yeah, I think Hachitori Hanabi also picking it up. Actually, a decent amount of people taking this just for the HP. Not bad. And we find the Belvetsu, which is huge here. Beautiful. We'll see. I think we are in a spot where it's reasonable to make it to Rek'Sai. You could think about throwing this onto the Maokai as well. We literally just finished talking about this in a coaching session right before the tournament. So we'll see. I think we're thinking hard on it. We definitely need to slam it. Okay, and we do slam it onto the Rek'Sai here. I think it makes sense in this spot, right? We have 4 Rek'Sais. We actually have the Primordian we're printing. Hanabi also has this onto our Ornn here. Not bad at all. We did, we took Golden Gamble and we also got Tails. Now, this does mean we have items for everybody, but we are running into a little bit of the thingy that I was scared about here, which is if we don't get an Econ Augment, how are we actually going to hit this whole board? Upside is this board's quite strong, so we're going to take a close loss here, but we're starting to bleed out a little bit. Speaking of people who are bleeding out, Mika's here, just taking a ton of losses in this early game here. We are going to play towards Corki. Okay, we were talking about this as a possibility. So we have the LWDB here. Definitely would like to move this QSS over to the Corki if we can, honestly. Yep, perfect. Wow. And it's not like they're even watching stream because I'm on a delay. But they actually, just good fundamentals here. Move this over. Not bad here. Biggest issue this game, I think we're just going to be trying to claw our way back because it's going to be pretty rough to make it to 9. And if you do not make it to 9 with Birthday Reunion, you're essentially down like half an augment. So that's going to be the risk that we run in this spot here is can we make it out? Upside is we have good Corki items. We have Baron Slayer, which is one of the best augments for this line. So a lot of good stuff. And we have a Corki and a Mighty Mech already. Really just need to make it to 8 and then get to all of our other stuff here. So hopefully we can mount the comeback here, beat Hanoi Setsuko, and also, oh my god, look at first place here. 10 streak here onto this board. Mirnik also starting up a win streak. This Jinx reroll board so good in the mid game. This is exactly what you want to see as a 5 streak here in this stage, especially as we're going to get some more treasure hunt stuff. We get our extra glove from Lucky Gloves here. I mean, this spot is looking, both of these spots are looking amazing here. And that's going to be the struggle for people at the bottom, right? Is like, can they come back here against all these really strong boards? See, Hanoi Setsuko is kind of playing Vigar Printer. The downside is that we don't have a lot of meeple. Actually, this is probably just going to pivot into AP Flex, if I had to imagine, but we'll see here. Yeoman here, speaking of AP Flex, has... Ooh. This is an interesting spot. So we ended up taking Invested, which means that we aren't We cashed out one component from Prize Fighter, which is not bad here. We had a lot of gold to work with here. Probably sacking one more than sending it here for AP Flex. Nemo ends up getting to Cho 3 off of Luxury Sub. Ooh, we didn't even catch this. So this is Luxury Sub Fiora here. A little awkward because we have a bunch of AP items made here. So we'll see what we end up playing here because, like, the units almost suggest... Yo, wait, this is the Joe bookmark comp. Wait, Joe B was talking about this in my Discord. 4 Replicator, 4 Brawler here. We are kind of cooking here. Let's see if it works. I mean... He was talking it up, and I think it does make sense. Nami's a beast these days. 4 Brawler's a good front line to play around. We have the Cho 3 as well. I mean, if we can make this work, this is the cook of all cooks here. But we will see. The Fiora doing well. I mean, Nami's getting another cast off. The Edge of Night's really obnoxious for us here. Need like another Nami cast to really win this fight. Cho's going to get the bite off. Nami is going to cast here, which should nuke the board. And yeah, we do win the fight. Big. Oh, and Cyberblaze loses streak to Mirnik here. The 200 streakers fought each other, and Cyberblaze lost out on it. Rest in peace. Last time, it's another Prismatic. Oh my god. So this is a crazy start to the game. What do we want here? Do we want even more items? Do we want, potentially a Golem or some extra gold here? We're pretty good on items, I would say. I'd love just some solid combat here in this spot, just because you've got so much going on already. Upside is obviously you could hit a Radiant item out of this. I think I would look at Call to Chaos here. Just we already have so many items in this spot here. Ugh, I don't know if you can take Money Monsoon. JL is not great. Money Monsoon is going to be the pickup here. This does give us the gold to open up all of our chests, but it means we're going to need to hit kind of soon, or else we're going to start falling off a cliff here. Let's see what else other people took. This is another, it's another Money Monsoon. It's a third Money Monsoon. The whole lobby. I mean, this is really good for Hachitori Hanabi here to give us the gold to actually hit our board here. It's like medium for Mirnik. For Cypherblaze, it's also good. We can go 9. Any other Money Monsoons I should know about? Band of Thieves too, not for one of the Lucky Gloves players, sadly, just to get some extra items onto this board. Then Fuchino has Soul Awakening here, so we're going to have very strong board from combat perspective. The problem is, can we reach enough upgrades here? Because it looks like we're trying to play a Corki game as well. That's going to be rough for Mikas here. It's two-way contested Corki. I don't think this line is good enough. A lot of people have been playing this line more because it's so uncontested, because people actually don't want to play towards it. But if you're playing the uncontested line contested, that's a little scary here. So we'll see here. But yeah, we just haven't really been able to get to the board here. Rolling down, trying to even find one Rammus, and we cannot find it with our gold here. We find TK here, so doing a little bit of a flex roll down. I like it. And we do find the Corki too. So the board's almost okay. Really wish we had like a Pantheon here actually to bridge the gap on some of these units here, because for now the board is not doing much. Yeah, because what are we going to put in this last slot? I guess you can throw random Ez in here, just throw another Meeple onto the board. Yeah, Pinoy Setsuko here. Ooh, so this is another line that's pretty contested, is the Nami stuff, right? A Nami 2 and a Nunu 2 did end up playing AP-ish flex, though. We got to a last augment Earth's grab egg here. This lets us make the Space Groove Emblem, which is so good this patch. Which is going to let us pick up a win here. All right. Yeoman's going to drop low here. Yeoman, a lot of gold to work with, but let's actually see if what board we ended up on here. Still a lot of gold left over. Man. So much stuff to do here. For the people who are low, you can think about Soraka Boon. You heal yourself up to get the extra HP to play around. And that is what we're looking at here. Solid option. I mean, believe no matter what board we're playing, the Sona cannot be bad here. And so it's likely we picked up there, but we'll see. Yeoman starting to get into the danger zone here. We'll see if we can come back here. We will see on a 3-loss streak here. Okay, so made it to Mech 2-star. It's a big mech, but not so much else. We don't have much of a backline aside from this. Could randomly think about Mech 3, but it's probably not going to happen. And yeah, we're just desperately trying to find some kind of backline on this board here. Kind of surprised we didn't hold on to the A-Souls. I think there were some A-Souls in the last shot that we didn't hold on to. But yeah, we're going to downgrade the mech because we don't really need it to be Mighty Mech tier. Play this board. And the board's getting Dees. Need to get the upgrade on in time. Boom. Ooh, I think you might be able to put... Yeah, you can put it on at the start of combat. Okay, so we do get it down here. Dunk Pacino. Battle of the low HP players here. We'll see who wins. Dunk Pacino had that Corky 2. Found Tom Kench, but still kind of awkward, right, to play the 5 Meeple board with the Brawler frontline. I mean, we're just flexing, which you love to see, but it is a little bit scary here. One more Corky cast would be big, but I don't think we have the time to make it there. It's going to get there, but just not soon enough here, so we're going to lose that fight as well. And now all these players getting low. Meek is here, who, remember, took that huge loss streak, managed to make it to pretty much the board. Yeah, Rammus 2, holding on to 5 Rivens here to deny a little bit. And maybe to keep the possibility of a 3-star open here. Mikas could opt to hold this Rammus here to try to cut off Dunk Pacino. Dunk Pacino did at least find Rammus 1 here, so that's something. But still, needs to find Corky 2. They kind of traded upgrades, right? Rammus 2 here and the Riven 2, but then Corky 2 over here. Need to get out of 6 Meeple. It's always awkward on this board, right? The Bard doesn't actually fit until the next level, but we haven't found Riven yet, so I guess I mean, we can play the Bard for now. It's honestly probably our best in here. We're going to rotate into this Space Groove board. This is the Tempo Space Groove board from Pinoy Setsuko. All right, it's a close fight. We're on the back line, but they're also on our back line. Corky cast here at the last second. Oh my god, but the Nami bubble. No. So scary. And Mikas picks up another win and actually cracks the streak of Mirnik here. All right, huge win there. Really interested to see some of these. So Mirnik ends up playing this. Yeah, still looking for our last few upgrades here, or really any upgrades. Still have no Jinx 3. That's pretty unfortunate, actually. Hatchatory Hanabi, check in here. Doing pretty well on units. Only 5 Samiras, though. But the Money Monsoon will definitely eventually get us to our board. Would love to pick up Ornn 3, like, this round or next round. And we are dipping a bit just to look for it. I think this is totally reasonable. Holding, I don't think we really need these extra Rosts. It's going to be a while before this guy comes in. But yeah, I would dip all the way down to 30 here. And now that I have this extra Ornn, I would dip really low here to try to find it. Boom, we do find it. And now you can kind of coast for a little bit now that you have the Ornn 3. Also made the Declaw here. I mean, you think about it, right? Look at this lobby. There's a pretty decent mix of AD and AP. We also, Nemo did make kind of a pivot into almost like a fast 9 board. I also wanted to check out... Which board was it? This one. Okay, yeah. Cypher Blaze, who had that huge win streak, made it to level 9 with not a ton of gold. This is a little bit of a Soju special here, where we made it to 9 without that much gold here. We found Jin 2. We're still stuck on Vex 1. And we're playing Brawler fast 9. This is pretty cool. The idea being that you can just slot this Cho'Gath in the spot that Tom Kench would normally go into. You can play the Maokai on this board. I like it a lot, honestly. We have the Jin here. Really, yeah, just waiting to find Vex 2 here. Makes JG here. Pretty good items. I think we are lacking heal cut, and we need a last item slammed here, which ends up being a tad bit... Oh, no, we have the red buff here, so we're not lacking heal cut, so pretty good on that. But yeah, it's just... We need to finish our last item in this spot here, but kind of running out of time at that last second here, so we're going to take a loss here. Nemo, look at this. Wait a second. Dropped down really low here, but found a Blitzcrank too. Gonna have to just sell the Blitzcrank we have on board and play this one. So many... Oh, we actually could hold on to 5 blitzes here. Also playing kind of a similar Brawler board, but doesn't actually... Okay, now we have the Maokai here. Good. Do pick up the Bard too here. This is a pretty creative version of the board as well. Do need to, get this Blitzcrank off, slam that. So this is a cool... I like this board too a lot. We're not that upgraded on Graves is the main problem though, and we'll see if this board's good enough to win a lot of fights this stage. Just because like we're still waiting for a lot of our Graves upgrades to show up here. We'll see. Also, almost too many items, right? This Nashers is just out here sitting on this Akali because we don't have anybody better to really put it on. The Fiora gonna do work here. I mean, this enemy board is not bad either. Karma 2, but I think Bard plus Fiora can close it out here. Every fight win is huge for Nemo because it's healing, it's allowing us to live longer with Fiora, and it's also allowing us to scale up our Graves here. So a lot of good stuff here for Nemo here. Another upgrade coming in for the Graves, probably that Buckshot here. Yep, and we're gonna get some gold out of TK. And honestly, we've hit most of our board. Main thing we could roll for is Shen 2 here if we want to. Might be the last stand for our level 8 players, Dunk Pacino and Yeoman. Hashiri Hanabi hits the Samira with a little bit of gold to spare. Huge hit here. This puts us into an amazing spot. And we have the Nunu onto the board here. All right, let's check out Yeoman in what could be the last fight. Did make it to the Karma 2, but just took a little bit too long to really reach everything here. We're fighting Pinoy Setsuko, who's level 9 Space Groove board. Very scary here. And the Nami can just splash down so much stuff here. The Nunu 2 so hard to get through. We will see. We at least have the Morg 2 on our side, on Yeoman's side, so hopefully that can give us some extra front line. But even our Sona mod isn't combat. It's gold here, though. The Bard on backline? Wait, hold the phone. Nami picks up a win. Dunk Pacino picks up a win. Nemo is actually gonna lose. Hashidori Hanabi actually lost. Who did Hanabi lose to? Lost to Mikas here with this really strong Corki board. Wow. Oh my god, I can't. This lobby is actually so close now. 4 people on the verge of elimination. Just is who can win this fight. Yeoman makes it to 9, gets the Pike in, a fantastic upgrade to this board on 9, gets the Voyager and Cyanican on this board here. We'll see. I think Nemo is the player that I want to watch here. Really low here. Very strong board, but did lose the last fight to Mirnik. Just this strong Jinx board is so good here. Let's see if Nemo can pick up a fight win. Because if they do, I mean, this could be the difference. But this could be a huge difference in placement. As we fight Mikas, the win streak player here. We'll see. Our Riven ends up aggroing onto their Fiora. This is pretty good news here for Mikas here. The Rammus is getting blown up, though, and does get ulted by the Blitzcrank here. The Corki's still chilling here. Really need this Meepsy on the other side to live a long time, and I don't think we have enough frontline here. So the Fiora is going to pick up the win. Hashidori Hanabi ends up going down. Yeoman also ends up going down. Pinoy Setsuko takes a loss, and those are our first couple of eliminations. Man, I'm surprised that board did not do better from Hachidori Hanabi, but I mean, it happens. This is a very strong lobby, actually. Crazy, randomly strong lobby. But I mean, hey, double prismatic, it happens here. All right. Let my backline get ribbon wrapped. I should have won that. Yeah. It's tough. It happens. It happens. All right. Keep an eye on Pinoy Setsuko here. Has this 6 Space Groove 4 Vanguard setup. Doesn't actually have the 7 Space Groove. Can't find it, right? So many Orns were out. At least some Orns are back in the pool now, so maybe we can pick it up soon. Rotate into Mirnik here, who's very scary. 54 HP, kind of Grim Reapering through the lobby, and has the ability for us to snipe the backline with this Sniper's Focus onto the Jinx here. Yeah, this fight is looking really good for Mirnik and really bad for Pinoy Setsuko. So gonna take a loss here. Nemo, another player on the verge of elimination, but is gonna pick up a win here. So that is just an uncontested third for Pinoy Setsuko. Boom, or 7-6. Sorry, I'm putting scores in while I talk, which is always fun. What I'll say for Nemo is we dropped to 1 HP, but we're on a 2 streak now. We're starting to get Graves upgrades. Like, we're actually getting quite strong here. We're about to get another Graves upgrades for Factory New. So a lot of people very low. I mean, look at this lobby HP. 11, 8, 7, 7. It's a crazy banger game to start the tournament off with. And Mikas, by the way, win streaking really hard, but took 2 rough losses against Nemo and Dunk Pacino. So now we're in this spot here where can we... I mean, salvage a top 4. We were, win streaking just a few rounds ago, but we're on level 9 here, and we're really just looking to cap out the board here. We have 6 Rammuses. This could also be a Rammus 3 if we just hit hard enough, though with 40 gold, it's a little optimistic, but lowest of keys could happen here. And for now, we're just going to play the double Rammus. Definitely need to move these other tank items over, but we got a lot of stuff to do. And are we going to have time here? Because if we want to play Shen, we should do this. We really need to find Bard if we're going to do this. We don't have the time. There's so many things we need to do in this last few seconds here, so we're going to roll a little bit, but this is going to be our setup here. And we'll see if we can hold. There's the Bard, but it's just there's no time. We're rotating a Cypher Blaze here, who's this really strong fast 9 board. Oh, I don't know. We're going to get the Bramble down in the last second here, right in front of the Jhin, which is good. The Riven rotates to backline. Wait, look at this Riven. Another Riven wrap fight. Ends up killing off the Vex here. Is it enough? The Cho is living. The Riven wrap straight to the Jhin as well. This is the world's smartest Riven, but it still might not be enough. It's not. Oh my god. Such a crazy fight. Mikas takes a loss, and Dunk Pacino actually takes a loss here as well. So Dunk Pacino going to secure the top 4. Mikas going to go down in 5th here, and we have our top 3 now. Mirnik, Nemo, and Cypherblaze here. See where the rest of the lobby can go here. Nemo, yeah, really getting strong at this point, getting more and more upgrades. We're at Buckshot Plus now, so really getting there. Another upgrade coming. Cypherblaze, similarly, getting strong. Reaches 10 here just to play a second. I mean, don't talk to me, or well, it's not me or my son. They're just the Graves brothers here who are chilling on the board. See if we can beat this board from Mirnik here. Oh, we'll see. This is a strong. This Jinx board is really strong. So we will. We'll see. It can blow up that Nunu pretty fast, though it is lasting a while here. And the melee carries, the Graves brothers are doing good work against the melee carries there. So yeah, front line going down pretty quickly. One big Jinx cast here is going to be huge. Going to delete a lot, but not everybody. The Vex surviving, and yet is going to be a win there. But Nemo goes down in 3rd. Solid placement there. And so we have our top 2 here, Cypherblaze and Mirnik. Clone just won that last fight, but we'll see if maybe we can get some positioning swaps here from Mirnik. Even the level 9 here is not far off and could upgrade the board pretty big here. Graves 2 comes down. Doesn't have items for now. And we did get another unit in to finish out the board. We got Sona in on this board, and our Sona mod is sitting on the bench actually right now. Decent pickup here. Command mod Exhaust here. The chill, really good. We'll see. Once again, let's swap POV. Swap over to Mirnik POV, because I love the Jinx reroll. I mean, we have the Maokai through. There's a lot of good stuff here. The question is, can we get through everything? Jinx is pretty good angle here to snipe. The problem is Cho is so big that we can't snipe anything here. The Jhin doing a lot of damage. I think the Fast 9 board is capped really high here. Another Jinx cast big, but we are... Yeah, it's looking like not strong enough to get there. Mirnik gonna take a loss here, and it's looking like it might just be a top 2 here. We will see. Get a lot more gold from our money monsoon here. Get our last item this game. 48's level, so we can level this round. Looking for our last couple items, which I think are just going to finish out onto MF here. And yep, we are going to get the level up here. Okay. This is Morgana on this board. It's DR for the whole board, and when she casts, it's even more. So we will see here. Earther unit playing level 8 in my copy. Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right. I mean, let's see. Last fight here. Rolled a Sunfire, which honestly doesn't do that much here. This Nunu positioning still pretty good. Has very good odds of getting a big ball off onto all of this stuff here, but we'll see. We are at least trying to focus down this Cho. We're focusing down the Cho a lot faster this time here, but that Nunu ball is really rough. We are going to blow up the Cho'Gath. If Rek'Sai or if Bel'Veth can wrap or something like that, maybe. No. I think it's just critical mass here for Cypherblade, but we're going to have one more fight. Cypherblaze here. Looking like we're going to see a win out here. Oh, man. Gets another Graves upgrade. Probably is just the... we're going to go for the choke here. Yeah, I think this makes reasonable sense here with some... There's a decently like concentrated front line here in the Maokai in this guy. So I think the choke actually... I like it here. Got one more fight. Let's check this Cho, by the way. I can't even click on him. He's so big. 8,000 HP. It's only with 2 Brawler. And by the way, farm 3,500 HP this game. The spot looking immaculate here. Can we close it out? Hit double strike onto the Vex here. That's huge here. Mirnik trying some different stuff out. Really good job. Cypherblaze just denying Sniper's focus value, right? Just all the main tanks right in front of the Jinx to deny that as much as possible here. The MF and the Akali trying to go through the other side here. We do get through the Cho'Gath, as has happened many times here, and we get onto backline. It's a lot closer, but the Kindred can't close it out. Cypherblaze going to take the first win of the tournament, and Mirnik here, a solid top 2. All right. What an explosive game 1. Holy. Very nice. All right. For anybody who is watching here, you can just, you guys can just queue it up again whenever anybody's ready. We, no reseeding, just have our checkmate lobby. So nothing to do there. And I will eat. Today's tournament is sponsored by our title sponsor is the Kind Breakfast Protein Bar. When you need some fuel for your game, chow down on a Kind breakfast. No, man, someday. Anyone who works at the Kind Corporation, reach out for me. No, we did not land. We did not land a kind sponsorship, sadly. Someday. Yeah, it would have been. I would have called it. It would have been the title, "The Kind Bar Legendary Tacticians Tournament." I have a question. Shoot. My hairline receded when I saw 4 replicator mean I couldn't tempo Nami. Rest in peace. Brother, are you co-cast EMEA finals? I am not. I'm casting a much more important tournament, the Legendary Tacticians End of Set Tournament. Taking me 60 games to hit Master from unranked this set. Is that good or bad? It's pretty good. It's quite good. Depends on when you did the climb, right? Like, the later that you climb, the easier it is. But either way, early of set, end of set. I mean, if you do that at the start of the set, then you're like an absolute beast. If you do that at the end of the set, you're like good, quite good. Very cool to have a professional caster cast the tourney. True. True. Yeah, Riot Games pays the big bucks for my commentary. But you guys get it for free. You're welcome. All right, going into game 2. So, big things to think about is we're starting to get towards people getting in check, right? First game, nobody's in check yet, but we are, you know, people like Cypherblaze here who took a first, Mirnik who took a second. If they get another top 4 in this next game, then it starts to get scary for the rest of the lobby. Lord Swampert with the first. Lord Swampert. That is a name I have not heard in many years. And decades even. What a world. What a world. How you doing? NA only? This is open to all regions. We're playing it on the NA server. So you need an NA account, but like some of our players are from different servers. So yeah. Life has been lifing? Come out. I hope that's a good thing. Didn't touch the set at all, just came back 5 days ago. Normally hit GM and Chally for most sets. Been busy, was running 60 games in Master. Is good enough to consider going pro. What do you mean by going pro? Is I guess the question. Like, if you mean like committing more time to TFT and trying to improve, I think that's great. If you mean you know, quitting your job and playing TFT full time, probably don't do that. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you want to be full time in a game like TFT, you have to be a creator on the side. It's just the reality of it, or be one of these people who lives into a who lives in like some kind of European country where like the social safety net is good enough, where like you and like cost of living is low enough. But yeah, but like if by like going pro, you just mean like playing in more tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, set 18's right around the corner. You should definitely go for it. Thresh, Yasuo. Ooh, some Vigars here. Could be some Schmeeple. 2-cost start. What's our thingy? Hunteress. Gives you side, play more tourneys, live in SEA. Yeah, then I mean, there's no cost to doing that. And if your question is like, am I good enough to do it? I mean, I think so. Nice. Okay, great opener for Mika's here. See what else we got going. Okay, that Jinx looked kind of big to me. I thought it was Jinx 2 for a second. Was gonna be a surprise. Another Veigar 2 here for Dunk Pacino. Let's save our scouting juice for Augment here. Ooh. I love Big Bang. We have the Meeple opener. Our items are okay for it. It's probably not good enough to take, but you'd love to see it. It's so fun. Thresh Yasuo, yeah. All right, roll. Hold the phone. Is it actually a Big Bang game? I mean, the items are they're actually not bad for it. But they're just not good enough that I would be like excited to take this, I think. But it would be woke. All right, I'm getting bored. Let's get around here. Wait a second. Ping, ping, ping. Nobody's pinging it yet. Actually, I don't know if I think I can see pings on spectator mode, right? That is a 3 anima start for Nemo. Cypher Blaze said, "Hey, we took a first in the first game. Let's go crazy here. It takes time stream." I cannot co-sign this augment. I cannot co-sign this augment. It is fun though. It is very, very fun. And they did buff it. I just don't know if they buffed it enough. We'll see. Nemo, probably the only anima player, and and we did take Big Bang. Ooh, Big Bang game. All right, I am ready. I am ready. My body is ready. Marauder spat here for the backline blueprint. A little unfortunate with our opener. Kind of wish we had something more AP oriented, but I mean, it's a great spat to get there. It's just kind of awkward with the AD onto this Vigar. Mirnik here, replication glove here. Now we just need to hit the lucky gloves and we'll be off to the races. Has a Jinx too, by the way. I don't know where that came from, but that's not bad. Just need to find, and we actually lost the first fight to Hatchstory Hanabi. That's funny. But yeah, we just need to get to the rest of the board. QSS Gwinsu slammed here for Pinoy Setsuko. Oh, and finally, someone's out here pinging the anima. The problem is, I don't know who is supposed to grief them. Because, look, Dunk Pacino lost into win here. Who is actually lost here? It's just Mikas. Mikas, I guess, could, like, kind of full open, but the problem is we can't sell our stuff. Mikas and Mirnik are our only potential players who can grief. And honestly, Mirnik does not want to grief. I mean, we took Comet Aug, and we have... This might be just the legendary, just most free anima game for Nemo, because I don't know who's actually going to grief them. I don't see how any of the Lost Streak players can do it. I could maybe see Mikas doing it, but you just have to hold. Like, we can't even sell our board here. You'd have to hold. You'd have to sell like everything, but the Meepsy here, which I do not love. All right, let's see where we go from here. All right. 3 loss, 3 loss. Cryogenic Hex. That's such a good hex, especially if you're someone like Nemo here and you're considering probably playing into Mighty Mech here. See some pings coming down saying somebody's got to grief him. But, you know, it's that thing where they say somebody grief them, and then who griefs? Oh yeah, and also Lord Swamper, you asked how I was. I've been great. I quit my job to play Teamfight Tactics, so I've been doing good, and I'm very excited because we have another set coming out soon. Ugh. All right, here we do have the ability to trap now. I mean, I guess we always had the ability to trap, but like, I don't know who's gonna. I don't know who we need to trap versus is the thing, I guess. You know? Because honestly, this whole lobby is looking pretty easy to play into here. Mika's here. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Oh. We cut some of our units here to try to grief Nemo here. Nemo does do a very, very good grief here and is still going to lose the fight. So that is a 4 loss streak, 134 sacks. Honestly, if you're someone in this lobby, you might have to just start planning for, okay, we know Nemo's going to get 400 to 500 stack cash out here. We just have to save HP at this point. That is the scary thing, right? Is if you're Mika's here and you're not griefing, but you're also not saving HP, that gets really, really, really scary. But we will see here. last round. I mean, Nemo doing a very good job trapping here, making it very, very hard. I mean, the only way that Mikas can grief here is if we sell a lot of the board here, and I don't know if we're willing to do that. It's a hefty price to pay in this spot here, I will say, if you do want to grief, and for not even a guaranteed fight here. Let's keep our eye on Nemo. See who they fight. It is Mikas, but Mikas, yeah, opted to play the stronger version of the board, just saying, I can't actually grief this. It's not possible here. So that is the full 5 loss for Nemo. You can see Nemo is so happy about taking this loss here versus the other loss streaker, because this is the only person that we had to be afraid of griefing us, really. Oh my god. What's up, Sylveon? How's it going? How's your you're a professional rift bounder, right? How's your rift bound going? All right, I mean, we'll check back in with Nemo later stage 3, because honestly, the rest of this stage is just gonna be hard chilling, lost streaking. But Setsuko here has a big streak made with, I mean, honestly, pretty good items for like Jinx reroll, but obviously we're not playing Jinx reroll. Could even be Xayah from this spot. That's not bad. Huntress, pretty good. So we take those. Casting my League's top cut this weekend. Yo, wait, that's sick. That's awesome. Riftbound caster. Been running Discord tourneys and stuff as well. Yo, that's dope. When you do a Discord tourney, does that mean like people are all playing physical and they just use their webcams, or does that mean that like they play on like an online like a sim or something like that? Because that was my dude. If Riftbound had like a digital version, I'd probably be a lot more into it. But I've just been too lazy to be like, you know, figure out how to do it. Most people are on TCG Arena. Okay, that's something like that. Surely that's some kind of like digital thing you put it on. You never really talked about Hachitori Hanabi's spot yet, but the concentration, this augment, we saw actually picked up a lot in regionals. I think it's actually quite solid. What's our arbiter? Leona printer, 4 seconds. Okay, 5 Leonas here, so relatively smooth on the printing and pretty good. Ever play digital DM me? I'll teach you. Yo, okay. Honestly, if I was gonna do it, I probably should have done it at the start of the off season, but maybe next set off season or something, because now we're almost back into PvE. But I would like to. The game, I've only played a little bit, but what I have played was really fun. Close fight here for Hachitori Hanabi. Gonna pick up the win here and the Leona print here. It's everything you could ever want. And now we can sell all of our Leonas for Dumbify. How are we doing on belts? We have a belt for size matters. Leona 3 maybe. I don't know. The problem is I don't know if even Leona 3 with a Warmox gets there. We are gonna take it, so we'll see. We will definitely see. I mean, in worst case, it's a Warmox for now. But yeah, I don't think it does. Maybe if you fit Brawler in on top of it, it does. But you know, like Vanguard doesn't actually give the unit more HP. We'll see. See if we make it there. Nemo here, obviously still lost streaking. Dunk Pacino playing into this Yi board, but yeah, like I talked about earlier, our opener was quite awkward here. At least we have the Talon too. I would feel pretty good about moving items over to him, but there's a lot to do this round, so a little bit hard to sequence everything correctly. Get the Spirit Visage built here. What was that sound? That was so weird. Warmox tutorial should be enough to do with 3-star Leona. Okay, I know. Is there a calculator out there actually? For this, make QSS as well. These are great slams. The only downside is this leaves us stranded on armor shred. It's gonna take us a long time to get there, but hopefully it's fine. Honestly, the Briar did a lot of work here, but just not barely enough to win here. It's a good loss for Dunk Pacino though. 70 HP. Not even the wait, is it even a loss? No, the Briar locks in and wins. Cyberblaze loses. Not bad. Is another belt item? Yeah, I mean, we will see. We will see. All right, let's pivot around here, rolling down for the Schmeepsy here. We're rolling on 5 though. Need to push 6 here, right? Why are we rolling on 5 here? I mean, we definitely. I mean, we probably had the goal to roll here. I think maybe some nerves here from Mikas, not realizing that we're stuck here on level 5. Slightly lower odds of hitting 2 costs here. Oof, that is rough. Hopefully we will level soon. The time breaker. Cypher plays. What are we doing here? I mean. We'll see. We will see. But feels like this was like we went first. Feels like we went first, and we were like, okay, time to play a little bit of for fun TFT. How are we doing on time stream? We have not rolled at all yet. We have 35 HP and 1.5% attack speed, only 5 rolls in. But to be fair, we're winning. How are we doing on Ez stacks? 25, not bad. When we keep, I mean, you want to lose to get the free rolls. It's actually so annoying. 2 streakers, by the way. Hachidori Hanabi and Pnoy Setsuko loses the streak. It was the 2 streakers fighting, and that's a win for Hachidori Hanabi. Locks in the win streak here. Huge. And a Booner Acceleration Hex. Both not bad. A lot of people already took Cryo Hex, and we will see. All right. For fun TFT to reset mental and fortify. I mean, it might be, you know what? It might be genius mode. Looks like, who didn't take this? Because Hachidori, oh, I guess Hachidori Hanabi, I guess these players took first Thresh Boon, right? Is that what it is? No, we took Random Boon here. Okay, I just couldn't see it. Okay, Random Boon here. Soraka's Embrace. Oh no. But here, we got the Lovers earlier, and this is Storm Hex. Huh? What the heck? That's not allowed. I believe these don't count as hexes for the Yasuo boon later, which is kind of unfortunate. But either way, it doesn't matter. That's an insane pickup here for Nemo. And this is Nemo who's very likely to play this into, I would think, a Mighty Mech line. We'll see here. Very, very rich. Taking another loss here. I mean, the 400 cash out is easy. But the question is, do you want to go for 5? You can pretty easily go for 5, take 2 losses here, but you're going to get a bit low. Do you want to take a casual 4 here, be 34 HP and spike, or do you want to go for 500? I'm excited to see the choice here. Definitely in a tournament like this, you could consider just taking the less scary option. I wouldn't blame you. We do get BBC here with no Reforger, so we'd have to potentially pivot game plans into something like a Xayah setup. We're in the tank about this. It's a really hard decision. We are gonna hold the line. All right, we'll check back in on the 500. Also, now time for everybody to ping and say, hey, now somebody grief them. Mika's here. We're just so far. We just missed. I think that rolling on 5 really killed us here, because now we're stuck only 4 copies of the Meepsy here. Upside is we're gonna get a free fight versus Nemo, but not amazing news here. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We can win this fight, which we obviously will. Save some HP here. We really just need like a Meepsy wave incoming here. Also, let's take a check at Hachidori Hanabi here. Oh no, we're not gonna drop the streak right at the end. Briar is so strong. It's actually so close. The Victor plus the Liz. Hold! Liz, one more cast! No! Oh, we just barely lose the streak at the end there. Rest in peace. And of course, the last one we hit the Leona here. HP check, yeah, only 3,300. So we need another HP item to actually get to size matter here. Even if you get the extra 5% for playing 2 Brawler, that's not really... That's only an extra, what, 150 HP? So that gets you to like 3,500. You need like a belt and 2 Brawler in on this board would do it, I think. But we'll see. Still, obviously, not mad about this spot at all. They were up by 1 HP. What the hell? Did you use a calculator, or you're just a beast? Or you? Oh wait. It was. What did you ask? You just asked like. You just asked like Claude what the HP was? If that's true, that's actually kind of crazy. All right. Base health Leona 3-star was. Huh. I'm kind of surprised it actually... I mean, I guess the information is out there. 3384, not 3385. Wait, that's funny. Interesting. Okay, anyway. May look grim, and Neil will be winning this game for the boys back home. I mean... I don't think it looks grim for Nemo. I think it looks grim for some other people. Nemo here is about to cash a 500 cash out unless we accidentally win this fight. That would be not disaster, actually, but not really what you'd like. You definitely want to get the cash this round. Hopefully, we're trying to pick up a few... Oh, God. Not a single kill here, but it's a 500 cash out down to 9 HP. Let's see what we got here. 500 cash out is huge. Got to pick something quick. You just got to take something quick here. And yeah, just take this here. Linus Lament and Ice Blast Armor. Oh my God. And the Fiora too. If we can pick up Mech too, that might be a wrap. Oh my God. We find the Blitz as well. Really nice roll down so far. Going fast. Need to start selling out of some of this stuff. Almost everything here. Yep, a lot of this stuff did not really need to sell the Ross, but pretty good here. Needs to keep rolling here. Needs to get the upgrades. We're okay. We're doing the upgrades now. I think this makes sense. Just trying to get all of our items down in time. Quite reasonable. Probably need to get this other Ace Soul off. Okay, and then upgrade. Beautiful. And now we need to roll and hit our units. Units first, right? We're 1 life here. We could die if we don't hit our upgrades. Hit this. We have the dupe. Oh, we hit it without even needing the dupe here. Huge. Items go onto the mech. We are going to double this setup here. And then throw Linus Lament onto the Morgana, it looks like. I mean, oh, Linus Lament Fiora. Fuck it. Why not? She'll be tanky. Intuitionally, I would think you want to keep these two together, but I actually haven't looked at the stats on double item here in this set here. But it's a huge pivot, and we have the Fiora to heal up. That, I mean, I think the rest of the lobby has to be horrified here. Honestly, that might be a wrap here. We will see if anybody can outcap this here, but I would be shocked, especially with the Fiora as well here. All right, let's look at the poor souls who are low HP here. Mika's here, still has not hit, and the problem is being low HP in this lobby is horrifying. We do have the Pike 3 at least, so that's not bad. Dunk Pacino here. 0 gold hasn't really hit a single Master Yi. Stuck in Yi jail. Great augments, right? We have the Marauder +1. We have the Kahuna Huna. But where's the Yi at? He's just... we're going the no Yi special here. So that's a little bit awkward. This board here. All right, let's see. I want to look up Mighty Mech stats here because I'm actually curious about what you do. Like, if you do have Ice Blast armor and you have a Gargoyle here... Surely, I mean, the stats really like throwing a Linus Lament on there. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right. Upside is our Kindred's doing decently, but that is a big Cryohex Nunu 2 that is going to clear our board here. So every person down here, you've got to be sweating, right? It's like, because you know that you're going to fight somebody strong later. Also, the lunch money proc there from the enemy board. Not bad. Last Hex here. Solar Hex. It's really good for anybody who is lacking heal cut right now. Quite... interesting for Nemo, actually. I don't know that we had heal cut made or not. Well, we'll see what we end up picking there. Looks like a lot of the lobby is going for the Solar Hex. Actually, it's a pretty decent split here. Some people really need the gold, right? The Roll the Bones is really big for some people in this lobby here. So we'll see. Also, Nemo, look at these god selections here. Yasuo, 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 and then Thresh here. Just because we took the middle Thresh Hex. Yeah, I mean, Solar Hex is very good on ASOL, but 1, we already have this red buff, and 2, we have a fucking Storm Hex that we got off this, which is honestly might be even better on ASOL. I mean, both are fantastic here. So we're going to stick to this. I think it makes sense, and then use the gold to push 9 here. All right. Let's check some of these other boards. Mika's hit everything but the Meepsy. We need the Meepsy. Where are the Meepsies at? Okay, 7. Go from 6 to 7. Not bad here. Check out some of our high HP players. Hachidori Hanabi here, low-key, just taking this board straight to 9 here in this spot, actually. Has the Leona 3 here. Gonna print, make a teeny tiny bit of gold. Has the 2-star Victor here with 3 Conduit in and says, that's probably good enough to make it there. So, yeah, we're just gonna hold the line here, sack a few rounds. And the dream is to make it to 9 and play around Bard, and it might not be a dream, it might be a reality, because look at how much work this Victor's doing. Yeah, we pick up a win against the Xayah 2 board. Wow. All right. Good win for Hachidori Hanabi here. Let's check out some of these other boards here. Mirnik playing this Jinx board again, right? Yeah, Mirnik played this to a top 2 last game. Jinx, 1 trick here. And I mean, it's not a bad strat in this tourney if you can get it uncontested. This is a great spot for it here. 54 HP. Just need to hit our last few thingies. One off Rek'Sai 3, and you can see we're dipping really deep here because we know the tempo matters a ton. If we could hit Rek'Sai 3 this round, it would be huge. One off Rek'Sai 3, one off Bel'Veth 3, and we miss on both here. Really unfortunate. Cypher Blaze, our opponent here, 161 HP and 6.9% attack speed. Beautiful from Time Stream here. And the Ez stacking up 61 takedowns here. I mean, the upside for Cypher Blaze is that we got a good early game, so the Ez is actually kind of stacked here. Pretty wild here. Nemo going into a long fight here, but shouldn't be too bad here. Another fight win means heals up a little bit more. Now we're going to be 2 lives next stage, and we did put the double items here. Like, it's just looking so good here for them. We'll see here. The other thing, though, is the lobby HP is actually really getting into a tight band here. A lot of the people at the top taking losses here, and so, I mean, if you look at second place, 44 HP. Second place down in 6th place is only a 14 HP swing, which is crazy. So all these players are really just looking to spike and save every single life they can and hope that they just do not fight the Grim Reaper here. Dunk Pacino finally found the Master Yi here and found the Kindred 2, which is nice. Stuck on this awkward phase of only being able to play 5 Marauder right now, or else you have to cut something really good on this board. It's quite awkward on this board, right? You really want to be able to push 9, but it's so far away. We will see here. Dunk Pacino trying to roll down, needs to find... I mean, everybody is going to be dipping down here. Mikas did find the Meepsy 3 and made it to 7. So the board actually coming together low key. We'll see if we can scam some fights with this Pike 3 and the Meepsy 3. There's a lot of boards that this can beat. I mean, probably it's too optimistic to say, but could he ever beat the ASOL board? I guess we're gonna see here if we can snipe the ASOL here. It needs like kind of perfect positioning. You need everything to go right here, but is it impossible? We'll see here. Good ult from the Meepsy here. A lot of damage. The Pike does hit the ASOL. Needs another Meepsy cast. Oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's a good try though. And we will kill a lot here, so it's a pretty good loss at the end of the day here versus this very strong board. So I think we can live with it. And yeah, another win there. Yeoman down to 1 HP here. Look at this fast 9 board, but we just didn't quite hit everything. And we also, this board needs time, right? And that is not the luxury that you have here. We have Nemo still in our pool. We lost to Pinoy Setsuko. Yeah. This is a lot of pain here because, I mean, you're gonna fight Nemo at some point, right? And it's a little bit of a hard board to beat. You got to be pretty optimistic if you think you can beat that board. So, I mean, yeah, the Fiora 2's not bad, but oh, I don't know. I think the Grim Reaper is going to be Grim Reapening here. We will see here. Oh, I didn't know I could even see chat here, but Nemo. So I'm very sorry to Yeoman here for just the absolute deletion that is going to appear here. Spoilers, I fight Nemo instantly. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this puts up a pretty good fight. If we had a little bit better of a front line, this fight almost looks winnable, but it will be an 8 for Yeoman here. Rough start. But hey, it's checkmate. You can always come back. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Dunk Pacino here dropping low here. Hashidori Hanabi at 6-7 HP. Very good. So Cypher Blaze dropping low as well here. So Ezreal Augment really needs to get going. We're so rich here, actually. We will see if we can get that extra power here. But yeah, I mean, we have so much gold left in the possibility of rolling here, but we're just holding our gold, trying to push 9, trying to find stuff like Jhin onto this board. We'll see if we can survive once again. I see Nemo and Pool. Is every person I'm gonna hover on just gonna get cursed to immediately fight Nemo here? Looks like the answer is yes. Oh my god. I'm sorry. But we rotate into Nemo here. Nemo, by the way, made it to 9, found Blitz 2, Morg 2. I mean, it's just it's light work actually. So this Ezreal board gonna take a pretty meaty loss here against this board. Still gonna live, but not the... Oh, no, not gonna live. We did not kill enough on stage 5. Oh my god. We didn't kill a single unit. We got 7-0'd with 2 mechs on the board. So it is a 7th for Cypher Blaze. Little bit of a reversion. First game first into 7th. That feels really good if you're everybody else in the lobby, right? Because everybody in the lobby now doesn't have to work as hard here. Means that, you know, that Cypher Blaze not very likely to like immediately get into check or something like that. So yeah, this is content, and it actually is. All right. I'm really... No way that we're going to fight Nemo again, right? We just fought them. If we rotate straight back into them, that is actually a VG. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. How does this even happen? I mean, that is actually really, really unfortunate. Just straight into Nemo again here. I mean, Mikas was lowest HP. Maybe with some better matchmaking, we could have made it out into a top 4, but certainly not if we're going to fight the Anima Cash Out 2 times in 4 rounds. So that is going to be a rest in peace here for Mikas here. And we got one more person to go before we get to our final. This is Polar Setsuko, or Pinoy Setsuko. I think Polar Setsuko might be somebody's random name on the NA account, or on the NA server. Pinoy Setsuko here. Has a pretty good board. It would never be 4 fights in a row, 5 fights in a row where I scout a person and they rotate straight into Nemo and die, right? There's no way, right? It could not happen again, actually. Surely not. Okay. The streak is broken. But can Pinoy Setsuko win this fight? Because it might just be a streak of people losing fights now. We will see. Hachidori Hanabi made it to 9, found the Bard 1, really wants to find Bard 2 ideally. But it's a pretty big spike onto the board, has the Blitz as well. Leona 3 very, very tanky here. All right, the streak of Nemo killing players is going to end here, but the streak of me watching players get eliminated is not going to end. So Pinoy Setsuko gonna go down in 5th, and we have our top 4 here. Hachidori Hanabi, Miranik, Nemo, and Dunk Pacino here. Oh, pretty good. 3 out of 4 students in the top 4. I'm happy with this lobby here. The problem is Nemo is about to eliminate everybody here, so we will see. Dunk Pacino just holding on to a thread, just really hoping that we can not fight Nemo, honestly, but the problem is that we're 8 HP, so if we fight Nemo in one of the next like 2 fights, we are dead here. Really want to check out a Hachidori Hanabi spot, see if we can hit that bar 2. Could also maybe pick up the Elder Dragon here. We do not farm the Elder Dragon here. Sag. It's always fun when you get that, though. I don't know if it even fits on the board here. Gonna roll down. A lot of big upgrades left to find here. The Bard 2 being the biggest one here. Let's see if we can hit it. We actually do find it at the last second here. Big pickup here for Conduit, for Vanguard. Has the Blitz on the board. Board is looking nice. Bard items are looking nice. Bramble is looking... not that good into Nemo, but good into the other 2 boards. So Hachidori Hanabi just saying, I know I'm going to lose to Nemo here. We might as well just start playing for the other couple of fights here. So we take those. Is going to fight Nemo here, which the board is strong. Is it strong enough to beat this level 10 double anima item cash out? I would be quite surprised. I might have to write a letter to Mortdog about Bard being broken if we win this fight. So is going to be, ooh, just a crushing loss here, HP-wise here. Upside is we're pretty strong here. Dunk Pacino going to drop down in 4th here. Not bad, a 4th for Dunk Pacino to start the day. Pretty good, just average scoreline. And if we keep that up, we'll be in check in a couple more games. All right, Hanabi here versus Mirnik. This is very likely the fight for 2nd, because I think Nemo has got it under control here. The question is who can win? Mirnik on his patented Jinx reroll, or Hachidori Hanabi on, what is this called? Concentration Conduit here. Let's see what happens. All right, we're opposite side Jinx here. Leaves a little bit of fear about getting sniped here, but we'll see what the Bard can do here. Just end the lobby already? We know the placements? Not true. If Hachidori Hanabi wins this fight, it could be a top 2. The Leon is tanking for a while here. Our first frontliner is dead, but this next Bard cast is going to be huge. Does it have enough time to suck everybody off? He does! The Bard wins the fight. And Hachitori Hanabi, 18 HP. Mirnik here, 15 HP. All right. Could be, could be. Now the question is, can somebody take a better loss versus Nemo here? I mean, I think... Oh, the Blitz too as well. Sadly, we don't really have items for it. But assuming... The big thing is going to be clone here, right? Who gets Nemo's real here, and then who gets the clone? And if the clone is not of Nemo here, you can just say BG. You can just call BG right now. Nemo fights Mirnik. Hanabi gets Nemo's clone. So the question is, who can kill enough units here? Hanabi is a 3 HP lead and won the last fight here. And is killing a ton here. Whoa, look at the Bard. The Bard will wrap on backline. I think we just beat clone. Hold the phone. Wait a second. Wait just 1 second here. Hachitori Hanabi is going to win this fight. Mirnik is going to go down in third. Still a great start for Mirnik here. A top 2 into a top 3. But we will see. Yeah, so Nemo made the swap here just to try to ensure that we don't get, you know, wrapped by anything. But let's see. Hachitori Hanabi, the Bard ult wrapped last fight, but with the mech in the middle, I don't know. Yeah, so Nemo made this swap to beat Mirnik, but now... I don't know. I think Hachitori Hanabi, I don't know if we can replicate that wrap there. Let's see. Very likely the final fight here. Can Nemo pick up this last win here? We do have the Blitzcrank that can punch it, maybe. That's the only hope that you can have here. Bard ult starts going off. Blitz is just getting blown up here, and it got knocked back, so now it's not going to punch the mech here. I think this might be curtains here for Hachitori Hanabi. It's a first for Nemo and a second for Hachitori Hanabi. All right. Boop, boop, a doo. That is the game. 8th to 1st. Wait, who went 8th to 1st? Because Nemo did not go 8th last game. No one opens? Yeah, it was really tough this lobby. There was no one who had an obvious open spot. We kind of talked about it in the middle. But yeah, all right. Oh, you mean 8th to 1st in HP? Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, let's take a look here. Went to open, but I would be bot 2-3, just giving up my tempo. Yeah, I mean, I think you're pretty happy with your placement that game, for sure, for sure. Nemo Nation. You can still get lucky if you're only grief once, yeah. What's up, Remy? Good luck to all competitors. Wow, such a wholesome, just Remy-kun. All right, so let's take a look at scores after game 2 here. Nemo in first place. We just saw that just dominant first game here with a third into a first here. Mirnik here also just consistent scores with his Jiangxi roll. Two very solid placements, 13 HP. So we have 2 players who are in the danger zone for potentially hitting check. Nemo and Mirnik. Nemo needs a top 3. Mirnik needs a top 2. And then no one else can reach check after this game. Dunk and Cypher Blaze getting there. Yeah, these 3 players here are kind of getting there. Want a good score this game so that next game they can enter check. Because even if there's one person in check in game 4, it's pretty hard to win on game 4 when you know the entire lobby is going to grief you. So we will see. We will see who ends up collecting it out here. You can see the prize pool for the tournament, the $500 prize pool for everybody playing. So it's not just bragging rights being the end of set Space Gods Legendary Tactician Tournament winner. It's also some cash on the line that I am putting up. Sadly, the Kind Bar sponsorship fell through. They didn't think we were a good fit, so we just gotta eat the bar on stream. But at least they sent me a lifetime supply of blueberry. Man, I wish they did. These bars are so expensive, and I can't even find these at Costco. I will come by Costco. All right, going into the next game here. Let's see what happens. Definitely going to keep an eye on Nemo and Mirnik going in this game. Here to scout up and comers. What are you you're scouting for your org? Set 20 trials players? Not set 20 trials. Set 18 regionals players. You're making your org. You're making a TFT team, right? That's what I'm hearing here. You're about to sign the winner of this tournament. Love to be in an org? Look, be the change you want to see in the world. All you need is any amount of... You don't even need any amount of money, low-key, actually. You can just do it vibes based. You just need the gumption. Fuck my friends, make an org? That's what I'm saying. Not really? Yeah. All right, 10 seconds, and then we get into the next one. Brain's too small for Riftbound. Dude, I was watching some Riftbound the other day. It does look, at the top level, looks like a lot, high-key. But I think it'd be fun. I think it would definitely be fun to play. All right, game 3. Stakes going into game 3. Nemo, Mirnik, able to hit check. We have Varus and Soraka as our gods here. Who's preventing themselves from being signed by a real org, getting actual money, instead of being signed by a friend org? I don't get it. I mean, the people who can't make it to a real org. Just saying. 3 cost start for everybody. Misfortune here. See what we got here. A Rost, a Urgot, a Kaisa, a Victor, Aurora for Dunkpachino. Nemo with the Maokai. MF, oh my god, it's this and it's a 6 gold opener, which can give you other stuff. Oh my god, okay. Cypher Blaze. I think especially after that last game, other people are going to be saying, hey, why don't I just get the uncontested Anima game? Now, the thing to consider is after that last game, I think everyone else is going to be saying, if somebody gets Anima, I'm definitely griefing him this game. So we'll see how it goes if we have a repeat Anima here, but we will see. So far, no one actually has it yet. Yeoman has 2 out of 3. Someone else up here had it. I think Hashtori Hanabi, yep, has 2 out of 3 Anima. Hanabi also gets a golden dupe, actually. Okay. There's something there for sure. Peeping back and forth between Hanabi and Yeoman, seeing if anybody is picking up this setup here. Not quite yet anything, but we'll see there. Jinx, Cypher Blaze, but not the other. Actually, wow, wait. Almost. Just needs the Briar, and Cypher Blaze is going to have it. I don't know. I have a feeling that we're going to see somebody play Anima this game, and I have a feeling also that they're going to get griefed by somebody. But we will see. The 5 cost dupe, yeah, is going to make you a lot poorer than normal. Ooh. Gold opener here. We do have Varus as our portal. You could consider just say fucking play 2 tanky and don't care about this. But we're looking at kind of like rebuilding our econ here with something like a Money Hungry. Heat Death would be woke tier, but probably not, right? Probably won't see the Money Hungry. It would be sick. I mean, or we probably won't see Heat Death. We probably will see Money Hungry. It would be sick, though. You can see, by the way, so many people waiting on Augment here because they're trying to see if anyone else is playing it. Because, for example, Cypher Blaze. Surely not. Calculated loss. Anima here. If we are allowed to loss streak here, we might see another repeat. My God. Isn't it good? I don't think it's amazing here. But in contrast to last game, look at this. Cypher Blaze here has this, but Hachidori Hanabi has Econ Augment and a pretty board here. I don't think that's the right score sheet, Remy. If you do exclamation point tournament, I think the score sheet will pop up. More to with Aug? No, I don't think so. No, that's a different player, I believe. Yeah, I got you. All right. But Hachidori Hanabi has the potential to grief, though we really want to lose this fight if that's going to happen. All right. Nemo. Okay, so let's check in on our potential check players. So Nemo, Space Groove opener, has 2 tanky here, has really fantastic components. No immediate slam for this board, but a lot of good potential components for this board. Is just going to need gold, and we really want some kind of good Varus offering, you know, the full 3-cost shop, duplicator, stuff like that for our setup here. Check on Mirnik as well, our other player who's potentially going to check late game scaling here. I do love this augment. See what we get here? We did get every 4 seconds Print to Leona, not bad, and some early upgrades. Only downside is we don't have a lot of items to, like, we can't really slam much in this spot here. So it's going to be pretty tough for us to, what's target to this game? Serpent. Okay. Can be a little bit tough at the start here to get a strong board online without good items. But, I mean, late game scaling is a fantastic way to top 2, which is what we need to get into check here. Yeoman here, losing as well. Everybody on high alert here for this this board. Hachidori Hanabi fought and won! Oh, that's one player who can definitely no longer grief here. All right, so... Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm seeing something here a little scary. So Hachidori Hanabi got Anima in, but won the last fight. The difference is, I talked about this on main broadcast, is that Alawi oftentimes just ends up winning you the fight. Because she's just so tanky and strong, and because you can trap quite easily if the other player does not anti-trap versus you with this positioning. And so, until next stage, we might be seeing another huge cash out. Oh! Yeoman sold board with Warlords to save the lobby. The question is, he still got trapped on. Is it enough? It's gonna be close. Does Akali win the 1v1 or does Briar win it? Akali's gonna get a cast off. Briar's gonna live. Auto. Cast! Boom! Oh my god, a huge grief from Yeoman actually to grief the Anima streak and save the lobby. Oh my god. It's actually anybody's game now. So players definitely learning after last game said, I cannot allow you to do this. We must grief here. This is a hilarious combo because a lot of players are probably not going to want either one here. Tiny dupes, you know, not great. Unless you're playing some kind of 1-cost reroll, and then the Sraga HP also not great. So we see a pretty even split. Some people probably going to use the dupes to just upgrade you know, some random 1-costs on their board, and then some people using the Soraka for later. Does anti-trap with Alawi even lose? I don't think so. I think Alawi might just be too strong. Okay, but now Cypher Blaze has to restart the loss streak. We can still get to an okay cash, right? 63 here, starting the loss streak again is not the worst here. I do actually have a spreadsheet that I can pull up. So I'm actually down to throw these numbers into my spreadsheet and see. I know somebody even made a somebody made like a web app for it, I think. But let me just find it. It's called Anima Sheet. But yeah, if we do, it is basically going down to 1 life. So we are at 63 stacks. We are getting 25 on loss. It is 2-5 here. And our HP, well, now I have to redo it. It is 2-6 here. And our HP is 84. And we are currently at 88 stacks. And then next round we are getting 30. Okay. Let's see. 30 tech on loss here. HP. 2-6 here. Oh, actually, no. I can put it in like this. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, you're going to be quite low. Oh, and we're at 88 stacks, right? I think I need to update this, but just one. Oh, yeah. Just put it like this, right? Yeah. Okay, and so 2-6. We get to 400 cash. Honestly, the calculator says relatively. Nah, it's actually gonna. We're gonna have to go down to 1 life. We're gonna go down to 1 life, and if we do, we'll make it. Is just the way that it works. And if we take a expected loss every single fight, we're going to be 2 HP. Now, if we kill some units, that 2 HP is expected loss without killing units. If we kill some units, we might even be able to get up to like 8 HP or something. So, I mean, that's probably what will occur here. It's interesting. Hachidori Hanabi also has the anima in. So here's the problem. 1 grief, I mean, we just said you can sack down to 1 loss and still kind of make it. If you get griefed again, then you're just doomed. And so we'll see how much Hachidori Hanabi and Cypher Blaze want to hold the line here, especially because neither of them are in check. They're both in this perfect spot where, like, you want just a good score this game, like a solid top 4 so that you can hit check after the next game. If you take an 8th here, it becomes a lot harder to reach check. So we'll see. They're not in each other's pool right now. So right now they can just happily loss streak. Cypher Blaze sold to make it look like we weren't playing anima anymore, but obviously we just have this Aurora sitting in shop here, so that's not bad. Let's take a peek at the rest of the lobby. Panoy Setsuko with just Infinity Force Stare Axe, just strong opener. Wait a second. Realize that, you know, this whole lobby is playing for loss streak here, trying to grieve. So why don't I just play for win streak here, get 3 Primordial and 3 Timebreaker in here, and pop off here. I mean, it makes a lot of sense here. We're getting a ton of free gold every single round, 2 EXP Temporal Core, plus 1 to 2 gold from Primordian. I mean, this is looking very fast 90 from Panoy Setsuko. Yo, wait, that's cool about your Riftbound org, Sylveon. It's kind of lit. If you ever have a TFT wing of your Riftbound org, let me know. Let me know. I could be your first TFT competitor and content creator and competitor. All right. Now into oh, interesting. We actually threw Blessing Prosperity onto the Jax here. I'm kind of surprised about this. I wonder what our plan is then. Huh. Maybe it's a Xayah game? Yeah, I mean, with the double bows, I guess that's the idea, is we're going to play towards Xayah and just stack up this Jax. Okay. I mean, that's if we do get a tank item or obviously Battle Bunny Crossbow, it's amazing. So it makes sense. Look at this. Pull this off the board here. Rotate to Hanabi. Did Hanabi sack as well? Oh, the full trap here. I think Hachidori Hanabi is going to lose this fight, which means, oh, it's actually so close. It all comes down to the casts. Aurora cast into Aurora cast. Hanabi is going to lose. Cypher Blaze is going to get griefed again here. Holy. So Cypher Blaze now is doomed in terms of cashing out. We are never going to be able to cash out anything better than a 200 here. And we're probably just going to have to, I mean, you could even drop out of anima entirely here, or just play it and just take your kind of mediocre 200 cash out. 300 is quite difficult to get there. Now, Hachidori Hanabi, now here's the question, is what kind of a cash out can we reach here? Because we're at 189 stacks. It's 50 on our next loss here. Currently, we're at 3-3 here. That, and we are only 59 HP. All right, so we can reach. I mean, the problem is it's just a little far. I didn't put this in correctly. Boom. Boom, I mean, there we go. The problem is, I mean, actually, if we kill a unit, if we kill at least one, the numbers actually look pretty reasonable for us to get to 400 cash. And I think we did kill one. What are we at here? Divine Empathy, obviously amazing for all of these Lost Streak players, by the way. You definitely don't feel bad about picking that up here. I want to go to Hatchery Hanabi's board and see what we're at. 239. Okay, so yeah, we've already killed some. So it's actually doable. It's actually very doable to get to 400 here from this spot. And the other really nice thing about this spot is that we've already griefed Cypher Blaze. So Cypher Blaze now can't grief us again. There's no one that can grief us. I think this is the lobby picking this board. Okay. I mean, Nemo can't really grief here. We get Lovers Plus, and it actually wow, it gives us an Ornn here, which is huge here. But who could actually grief in the pool here? I mean, certainly not that board, certainly not this board. I don't think anyone can grief at this point. So yeah. Oh yeah, TFT players are high-key taking over Riftbound. It's kind of hype. Actually, Goobums and Bloody popping off. It's really cool to see. Just goes to show, in 5 years after I've won TFT Worlds, I'll make my pivot to Riftbound at that point. Genius mode. Kind of want to keep an eye on... Nah, Hashira Hanabi, I think we're pretty chill on the idea of keeping this loss streak here. I think it's very likely we will keep it here. So I don't even care to watch this board. Like, it's too free. Mirnik did reach... Ooh, Mirnik's spot looking pretty nutty, actually. Mirnik reached the Leona 3 from the printer. Lost a few fights this stage. Late game scaling here. Is actually gonna cash 400? I think so. I mean, the problem is you have to go low, but like, you're really gonna jump through all these hoops just to cash 300? I mean, you only have to lose one more. I think she will, but I mean, we'll see. But we will see. I mean, look at the gold. 100 gold here in this spot. I mean, well, we can see after this round. Must 400, but she's prone to stress. Well, that's what TFT's all about, Remy. Just need to put yourself in the mind of the competitor. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. As long as she does half a roll down on 4-1. Yeah, but what's the fun in that? The upside is... catching on 4-2 gives you a lot of extra time, right? It means that you're going to get all the extra time on the augment round to do your roll down, so it makes it a lot easier. We also already have the mighty mech. You can even do the thing where you mecha the mech on backline or on the bench, or you could honestly even just hold the line there. All right, like you could honestly even just level and do it. All right, we go for the 400. You'll love to see it. Let's take a peek at the rest of the lobby here. Yeoman, Giga Streaking, 5 Meeple board, playing for Gnar Printer, only 3 Gnars. We are in a little bit of Gnar jail, which you hate to see, but we have the win streak, which is nice. Other player, remember, Mirnik is the player we need to watch out for as a potential. If Mirnik goes top 2, then we are in a good spot. And then Nemo is the player who needs a top 3 here. Goldwise 54, not the worst. Plot armor pretty decent on this board. Really just would love an Econ Augment last year. All right, let's see. We are just going to send it here. I love it. I love it. We got some free rolls, so we might as well pick up some stuff. Need to not accidentally win this fight, though it should be pretty easy. But if you do get too strong here and you accidentally win, your life is going to get a little bit hard here. Going to move some items over to Asol. Good, good, good. Get the Thomas Kenshin onto the board. Not bad. And we should definitely lose this fight. You can honestly think about cracking these anvils now. Just, yeah, I like this a lot. So that you, so that your brain has time, because there's so much stuff to do. I'd also start selling off a lot of these extra units on bench here. All these anima units must go. But this is pretty good prep work for the roll down here. 400 cash, 7 HP. Let's see what we can do here. It is a stressful round. I'm a little nervous watching it, but excited to see. Let's see what our cash out is. We're just praying for no BBC cash out, because that would be pretty difficult here. Got to take something pretty quick here. None of these look great, honestly. You'd love just combat here. Optic reinforcement here. We do get the BBC plus the Jinx cash out. This is going to make things difficult. We do have the Asol too immediately here. Thinking about, okay, yeah, we're going to move this over. I mean, it's not bad. We do need the 2-star Mighty Mech here to really get our board together. Yeah, we can just play Jinx for now. Need to find Mecha 2 here. I wonder also if we could look for 3-star 4 across this game. Okay, so we get to a pretty strong board. The only thing I'm afraid of is, can this board actually win out in this position? Because our cash out item, I mean, Battle Bunny Crossbow is fine, but we're kind of forced to play Jinx with no Chally. It's a little stressful here. It's very stressful here, honestly. So we'll see. Yeah, we have no IE on the Jinx to get the extra crit chance here. So the Jinx is not going to do insane work. So we will see. We will see. Our board should be pretty strong for now. But we will see if we can get there. We're 30 gold here as well. Have reasonable odds of being able to just push 9 here. You kind of have to push 9, right? Look at our augments. Triple econ. We need to reach 9 here. So we will we'll see if we can make it there. Let's check in on the rest of the lobby here, and then we can keep checking back to Hachitori Hanabi here for the next few fights. All right, so Cypher Blaze ended up playing Xayah like we were talking about here. Didn't get much of a cash out, just got the Illaoi Tentacle. Still stuck here in Xayah jail. No Xayah 2 yet. Has a lot of pairs here. Most of the pieces of the board here. But doesn't even have a sniper here, actually. Did not find a Samir or anything like that, so it's quite awkward here. And I believe we sold off our Rost, so now we actually just have to throw some random unit onto this board here. So this is actually going to be pretty rough here. Nemo... Ooh, Nemo reached... Oh, that's the best last augment for Nemo, the double dupes here. Nemo reached Ornn 3. I think we're going to see our first player in check. Just needs a top 2 for Nemo, and this spot looks good enough that I think definitely could make it there, especially HP-wise is feeling pretty good. Hachitori Hanabi wins the fight down there on your bottom right, so that's not bad here. Every player hoping to beat Nemo before they reach the 3 stars, and it's close here for the Xayah board. Upside is Xayah can just kind of bypass the Ornn here, but the Ornn is still mighty tanky here, so Cinder Blaze gonna take a... Or Cypher Blaze. I don't know why I keep saying Cinder. I've said this name differently so many times, but Cypher Blaze gonna... Because Cinder Blaze, that kind of makes sense. All right. Ooh, Blessing Size here. I was thinking maybe HP, but it's just Size here. That should be pretty good for a lot of players. The dupe is gonna be so good. Oh my god, for Nemo. And Nemo, look at this. 5 Space Crew, 5 win streak. Oh, enough said. This spot looks so illegal. I think we will have 1 player in check after this game. I definitely believe. Actually, Nemo only needs a top 3, not even a top 2. So I'm calling it here. We're going to have at least 1 person in check after this game here. I have to imagine we did pick up the dupe there. We did. So now that's 2 dupes here. We're so close to Samira 3. And on the win streak, oh, it's just gross here. Pick up the Nami as well, which is huge. You're gonna dip a bit here. I don't think we need to dip that. Oh, well, now we're 1 off, so we are gonna keep dipping here. All right, let's see how much gold it takes to hit it. We have to dip quite deep here to find this here, but really just trying to keep win streak here. And there it is, last Samira, double dupe gonna come out here. Boom, there's Samira. Get the other Samira in on the board in time. Beautiful stuff here. And gets the gargoyle down onto the Ornn here. This board is disgusting. Not that Pinoy Setsuko really had a chance here, looking like they are going fast 9 in this spot here. So that's going to be easy win. Kind of want to go check out Hachitori Hanabi's board again, see if we are winning this fight. And the answer is yes. We are still clearing, which is good work. We did get to the IE, onto the Jinx, which is good. All right, we will see. We have a lot of gold. The question is, when do you 9? Probably have to chill 1 more, but it can be a little scary when you're 7 HP. Who would think? The upside is once we get to Soraka Boon, we're going to start slowly healing up as well. So maybe we can make it out here. We will see. Do find the Shen here, who doesn't really fit on this board, but also like neither does the Illaoi. 2 out of 3 anima. It's not doing much here. The Vanguard is pretty minuscule here. Mika's here ended up going for a big Cho 3. Backline blueprint to the Rogue Spat, and so we're playing 5 Dark Star. We're just stuck on 7 and cannot find Jhin. Our board is just weaker than it should be in this spot here because we just don't have a cohesive game plan here. I mean, this is fine for the rest of the lobby. Great for Hashtori Hanabi here, who is going to be able to take a pretty easy fight win versus this board here. The Jinx just blowing up backline here. And yeah, the mech going to clear. So that is a 4 streak here for Hashtori Hanabi. Hasn't rotated into Nemo this entire stage, which is interesting. I think if there's somebody that Hanabi can lose to, it would be Nemo here. And Nemo finishes the 7 streak here. But we will see. This is my first impression. I love it here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Looking to finish off Samira items here. We also have no armor shred, no heal cut here. This gives us one of those. Gives us the heal cut in the Sunfire Cape, and then we can just finish off Giant Slayer. Does end up a little bit awkward, one extra component, but not the worst here. Hashtori Hanabi gets to Morello here, so we have MR shred and armor shred and heal cut here. Wait a second. Hold the line. I don't think level 9 is coming here. I'm thinking we might be looking for an Aurelian Soul 3, and nobody has pinged it yet. We're sitting here on 50 gold, 5 A-Souls, 4 mechs, and we have that dupe from earlier. I don't know. We might see a 3-star 4 cost. We just need to win every fight that we can here. Got a bunch of extra gold from the Money Hungry and a bunch of rerolls from our Augment here. So we are slow rolling it here. The problem is, at what point do you send it? And I think it might be like next round. We're 6 A-Souls. And the rest of the lobby, I don't think they're realizing how close this is. So if you're saying Hurlot getting very distracting, I'm gonna start banning people. We're rotating into Gnar 3 here. This is a very strong board from Yoman. Can we win this fight? The mech holding on. The mech getting low. A-Soul cast here. Jinx cast. This is what I was saying is this board with triple econ is not the strongest. The Gnar cast here. The Jinx cast. Oh my god. It's so close. It's actually so close. Did someone say ban? Okay, I think if you weren't scared after that fight, if you're Hashtori Hanabi, you have to be scared now. Oh, and we're 1 A-Soul off. Roll, roll, roll. We have so much gold here. If we don't hit, you can actually at Mortdog here. Mech just to keep the options open. A lot to do here. Just need to find 1 A-Soul. And remember, sometimes fast is slow. Need to not accidentally roll over it here. We're rolling really, really quickly here. Gonna field the TK here to give ourselves another option. I think we just have to send it here. Still not hitting. Still not hitting. We didn't hit. Oh my god. We're fighting Clone here. So that might be okay. And the whole lobby is pinging it now, saying, hey, what are you doing? Somebody stop them. Can we beat this Xayah board as well? The mech walking pretty far up here. The Jinx is not in a great spot, though. Ult's backline a little bit. The Xayah here. The A-Soul can't get the cast off. Hashtori Hanabi out in 7th. Oh. It's actually a PG. We didn't see if anyone was able to hold the extra units. Oh, it's so, so tragic. I mean, you gotta respect it, though. Absolutely went for it. That was huge. Super, super close. A rough 7th, but a valiant effort there. Oh my goodness. And now this really opens up some other players to go into check. Nemo is very likely to hit check here. This is my fault for sure. I mean, it's a very hard game to play out. I think it was a valiant effort. The people's champ. All right, Nemo here just needs a top 3. Mirnik needs a top 2. So that's the person I think that we should really be watching here is Mirnik here. Do we have the ability to top 2 this lobby? Because if we do, we're gonna have 2 people check going into game 4, which is really, really huge. And look, for everybody out there, Hashtori Hanabi, Mikas, everybody who's not about to go into check, it's check. Well, 1, we don't know how many people are going to go into check, but 2, it's checkmate. There is always time to turn it around. The thing I love about checkmate is you can always keep the tourney going as long as you go first. And Mirnik looking for that top 2, but I don't think he'd be able to find it. Dunk Pacino going to take a bot 4. First bot 4 of the day for him. Still nice middling score lines, but means that we're not going to reach check until after game 4 at the earliest here. Cypherblaze getting a little bit low here. Looking capped. Well, was capped on 8, but does make it to 9 here for the Ross, which is very, very good. Nemo, I think, enough said, just easily coasting to a top 2 here. And yeah, I really want to watch Mirnik here because we're close. We're close to being strong here. 3-item Bard, 3-item Sona. The board is not bad by any means here, but can we beat some of these other boards enough that we can top 2 it here? We'll see. Fight Yeoman here, who did reach that Gnar 3 board, which is quite scary. The Bard will do very good damage. Our front line is just this Leona here, and we also had her on the right side instead of the left side, but she has walked up pretty far to deny some sniper value now, which is not bad. Good Bard cast here, good Sona cast here, looking like it's going to wipe the rest of the board. Bard cast ends at the last second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Mirnik just barely wins here. The Gnar Flame coming out, rest in peace. And Mirnik, really close here, really hoping to not fight Nemo. Wait, Nemo lost. Nemo lost to Yeoman's board, actually. Oh, maybe not flaming the Gnar. The Gnar actually was able to chew through this Ornn here. Okay. I mean, Nemo just needs a top 3, but the points matter for everybody else, right? Yeoman allowing himself to get a bounce back game would be really, really big here. Let's look at Mirnik again here. 15 HP. So might be 1 life, might be 2 life, depending on how this fight goes. And we're going to rotate into the Grim Reaper here. Nemo here. Nemo sitting 50 gold here. Can we chew through this Ornn here? Or can we at least kill enough units that we live here? Because that's 5 alive right now. We'll have to kill 1 more if we want to live in this spot here. We'll see, though. The Leona tanking. We have a declaw at least versus this board here. Mirnik actually killed up to 16, so we will actually live even if we lose from right here. We kill some extra units here. We almost get through this Ornn, but I don't think the Bard cast is going to be enough. And yeah, it is going to be the win for Nemo. Mirnik dropping down to 1 life. Panoy Setsuko going out in 5th here. So that's 4 points there. Yeah, no, I think with Bard too, I mean, we would have certainly won that fight with Bard too. The only other thing is that Nemo sitting on 50 gold, right? We have a lot of room left to cap out this board. Can go level 9, can find Blitzcrank, can get a bunch of other stuff in, so that's the only fear for Mirnik. But once again, Mirnik doesn't need to actually beat Nemo, just needs to beat these other 2 players in top 2. That's all that is needed in this situation here. Cypherblaze as well, turn it around really well after the last game. First into 7th, into whatever this game is going to be, can put themselves into a really good chance to get into check after this game. But we will see. We will see. Little spit coming out of the TK here. Not sure what it's going to be. Maybe a Jhin? Nope. But we do find Jhin in shop here. So definitely something that we can play onto this board. Bada bing, bada boom. And going to move the items over. Looking beautiful here. All right. The Gnar board. This is a cool lobby, though. Nice little mix of lines here. Let's see what Mirnik can do here. Finds Blitz, too, but still stuck on the Bard one here. And not happy to move items around. Going to swap a few of these items around. Get the Stun Hex onto the Leona here, and then just move the Declaw up to Blitzcrank here. Gonna rotate into, this is Cypherblaze, right? The Xayah board. This is a huge fight for the implications of this tournament. If we can win this fight, there's decent chances we can make it in a check. If we lose this fight, we're down with the other players who are not in check here. And Xayah is doing good work here. The Nunu tanking really, really well as well. Xayah chewing through the Leona here, and the Nunu still alive here. I think Mirnik is going to go down here, which means just a top 4. Great scores to start off the day, but not enough to actually reach check. So we're going to have 1 player in check after game 3. Just Nemo in this spot. Now, what I will say is when you're the only player in check, it's very easy to grief you. Imagine if we had played this game as the only player in check. The whole lobby would have pinged 2 tanky, had all your Ornns, and you would have got griefed and gone 8th. So it's really, really scary when you are just the only player in check here. Yeoman reaches the Jin 2. Remember, Yeoman beat Nemo last time. We'll see if Yeoman can beat Cypher Blaze here. The battle for top 2 here, going to be really, really big here. We fight Clone here, which is actually quite good. So Nemo into Cypher Blaze here. Imagine that's going to be the win here. So let's watch a Yeoman versus the Clone here. See what ends up happening here. This is kind of the true battle for top 2 here, because if we lose versus Cypher Blaze's Clone, then, you know, we were always going top 2 here. The Jin and the Xayah doing a lot of work here. The Gnar ramping up with that Gwynsu's. The Rammus trying to hold tight and does get a cast off here. Nunu wrapping around the left side again, like happened in the last fight, and does just barely end up losing the fight for Yeoman. Cypher Blaze also just barely ends up losing, so it's going to be a double kill. A first for Nemo. And then what are the other placements? Oh, by just 1 HP, Yeoman top 2. And then Cypher Blaze top 3. All right. That is check. Ding, ding, ding. Ring the bell. Nemo is here in check here. Let's take a look at the score sheet again. It's getting very, very, very close. I ain't dead yet. I mean, a great bounce back game from Yeoman here. Yeoman, you did go second in that game, right? I saw that correctly, right? That is what I've put into the score sheet here. All right. So a lot going on here. Yeoman, great bounce back game, getting the potential to get in check. The thing that's heartbreaking for Hachitori Hanabi and Pinoy Setsuko is both of them are sitting at 11 HP here, or at 11, can feel like HP sometimes, 11 points here. This means even with a first, they'll be at 19 points, which is really rough. So both of them just want as good a possible score in this game just to save placement. And then 3 people here, Mirnik, Cypher Blaze, and Dunk Pacino here with the ability to reach check here with varying scores, right? Top 2 for Dunk Pacino, just a top 5 for Cypher Blaze, and just a top 7 for Mirnik. Mirnik almost guaranteed to get into check. And Nemo, our only player in check right now. The rest of the lobby is really going to have to look at griefing, because this tournament could be over in 4 games. We could have a title performance. The scores so far, 3rd, 1st here from Nemo. Just really, really good scores to start off the day. So yeah, definitely on Anima watch. I think if I'm Nemo, I would never play Anima in this spot here, just because, you know, I don't want to get griefed. But we will see. Sure, I can add Shiza to this here. Let me log him. Emo permissions? I don't know about all that. I can just add stuff if you like it. I don't know. Does Kai even have emote permissions? Also, that Kai guy popped in for 2 seconds. I'll be a good Chud Peepo sit. I mean, you have a pretty good chat history. I, for the most part, trust you. But I think we're good here. All right. Game 4. Could be the final game. The final game for the end of set tournament for all these players. Let's see what's happened.
Come out and play.
The righteous path begins with me.
Oh wait, you're a Frodan mod? Wait a second. Should have just started with the cloud farming. Okay. Artifact Anvil start here for everybody, or just a 3/3 Artifact Anvil here. Thresh and Kale here. Interesting. So everybody's got to think about playing some kind of line that uses an artifact. Man, this Irelia thingy is so cool, by the way. Anyway, most lines can use an artifact. So for most, you'll be okay. The question is, are you hitting one that is reasonable on your board? Are you hitting one that actually, actively spikes your board? And the answer is we'll see. Definitely want to keep an eye on Nemo. So let's go look at this start here. Commit to a line and pray that you hit. Yeah, I mean, basically 100%. Or you could stay, you could flex. You could flex all the lines throughout the entire game. Nemo hitting some early upgrades here. I will say the S2 doesn't really, inspire confidence. I think this unit is like fine. Gonna hold on to the Gnar for the Ez opener, as well, so that we can hold on to all of this stuff. And yeah, very likely have a decent enough Gnar and Ezreal opener here. You missed her down to gold augments? Yeah, I mean, gold augments, it's not even that big of an on. Like comps being this conditional? Are comps that conditional? I mean, some are, some aren't. I think we're in a pretty good state this at this point in the set. Two fantastic augments, but we're in check. You can't take, I think, either of these because you're just gonna get griefed. If you take Anima Commander, you're 100% gonna get griefed. If you take too tanky, you are also 100% gonna get griefed. So I think you have to roll both. And replication comes down here. All right, I need to grab some water. Watch Nemo. Make sure they don't high roll for me. Be right back. 2 seconds. All right, hydrated. Let's see. All right. So yeah, we had to take replication here and just tempo it. I think it makes a lot of sense. We have the Gnar opener here. I wonder, yeah, I mean, the Gwynsu Slam makes perfect sense. And so we're going to look at playing a Gnar printer game. Not easy to grief, but not hard to grief either. So a reasonable start here from Nemo, trying to play for that win. Let's go check everybody else's spots this game, see where they are all at, and especially where the stakes are at here. Probably at the steakhouse. All right, let's look around here and see some other augments here. Gold augment, savings account. Cyberblaze takes trade sector here. Decent enough opener. Yeah, I mean, just kind of chilling. Actually on a little bit of a win streak here. So we can hold the line on this for now. When I sets go here, booster pack. Nobody with like Giga Direction here. Has the GS slammed here, so thinking maybe about playing into Master Yi from this spot, but we will see here. Make us your patient study loss streak here. Has Alter in already. This is looking like a really, really nice spot to play into Xayah here. Already has the bow, already has a lot of stuff, but does mean we will be giving Nemo the win streak for free. Also, I did just see a danger ping come down, but I was not sure where it was. So we'll have to see. Nemo also, look at this. Just going, one of the best ways when you're in check to secure your placements is to just play like this, play super, super tempo, because people can't grief win streak, right? Like you can just win every single fight and put yourself into a really, really nice spot here, and that's what we're doing here. Craftsmanship, quite strong, but mystery loot, also quite strong. For anybody who has emblems, craftsmanship's gonna be the easy take here, and yeah, everyone's just gonna take craftsmanship. Actually, we got a few mystery loots here, a few people who are feeling saucy about it, but yeah, I mean, definitely, I don't know that anyone got an emblem this game, but if they did. Craftsmanship, obviously amazing. Nemo, the only person on a 3-win streak already, and I think he has pretty good odds of getting to a 5 streak here. So we will see here what we make it to. Even find a Poppy 2. That doesn't really do much. I do want to check the random moons for the people who took it. 2 cost plus Lesser Champ dupe. Not amazing for Mikas. Definitely would have not preferred that because we aren't really... We're playing towards Zaya, ideally. What's the other random loot? 7 golden or a Forger. Not bad at all. Especially we can reforge Frontline Foundation if we want to. But it's not a bad emblem to keep, especially with that bow played into something like a LeBlanc and be in a good spot. But yeah. All right. Another day in the office for Nemo here. Very likely to take a fight win here. The question for Nemo is just going to be, can we win the lobby from this spot? We have a good spot, right? But the question is it good enough to win out from? No econ augment. We'll see how long the streak lasts. To be fair, I don't think too many people can really challenge. We've already beat Pinoy Setsuko here. The only other player would be Hachitori Hanabi here, who's pretty healthy, but we don't have that much of a back line here, so I don't know that we really will have enough damage to beat Nemo here, especially not right now. Maybe later. But yeah. Mirnik here, savings account, just taking this big loss streak. JG slammed, very likely to play some AP stuff here. Has a dupe as well. Lulu in Alter it got buffed up a little bit. It's still not like the best here. I mean, we have 5 Vagar, so could just be Vagar printer. But yeah. What is M? M? What is my chat saying? M? 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 What is this? It's an emote. M. Okay, I got you. There you go. Anyway, okay. I'm getting I'm getting lost in the sauce. All right. Dung Bacino with the birthday reunion managed to get to a Gwen 2. There's a lot of gold to play this game with, but needs to get some items slammed if we do want to make it out here, make it to 9, right? So we will see where we get there. They love the cat emotes, huh? People love them. Nemo, the only person 100 streaking. Mirnik, the only person 5 lossing in this lobby so far, and making a lot of gold. Already 6-7 gold here. Savings account 12 stacks. I mean, easily going to get to the cash out throughout this stage, and we'll be in a pretty good spot here, honestly. Birthday reunion here. Let's see. Okay. Where's the emote for this? This is the last one. Can someone send the link for this one? All right. Samir here for Hachitori Hanabi with the Vanguard spat. So we're going to play this into an Ornn setup here. Hachitori Hanabi loving that. I mean, we've seen the Ornn do quite well today so far. So just another day in the office. Playing some Samira Ornn. I mean, it's a very solid line and can definitely get good placements. Hachitori Hanabi just looking for as many points as possible this game. So, yeah. All right. Priz Augment second. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're definitely getting there at this point. Mika's here. Probably cannot be, a lot of these. You're probably going to have to take the coin flip here on rolling this, because I don't think you can take any of those. Min-max is at least reasonable here. Some items for your board, and that is what we will take up here. Let's see what Nemo got here. Replication into Belt Overflow. So it's actually It's a lot of combat. It's an insane amount of combat, but no econ. So we just need to get to some kind of a board and then play from there. It'll be interesting to see where we go for. What else we got here? Baron's Lair here for this potential Vhagar board for Mirnik, looking quite solid here. The win out for Dunk Pacino. Holy wokes. We definitely need something. We definitely need some sauce later into this game here, because that is crazy. We also got a Space Groove emblem here. I mean, that looks pretty juicy. I mean, if we make it to 9, we will be 10 and then like win the lobby. The question is, can we make it there? I mean, Dunk Pacino doesn't even really need to play 1st or 8th in this spot. I mean, I guess not. He kind of does. He needs a top 2 in this lobby. So he's just saying, fuck it. Let's go for it. Artifact Anvil for everybody here. Actually, some pretty solid options in the spots. Soraka's Miracle for tank item, Lichbane for damage item. I feel pretty partial to Soraka's Miracle just to get to a tank item in this spot here. So I think this is pretty reasonable, but a lot of decent stuff. He's going to take the Moguls with the idea that we need the gold. The question is, can Leona stack up this Moguls? It depends on the board we're fighting against here. Mirnik, wow, okay. Gets the Indomitable here. This is a good pickup. We're not really positioned for the Moguls here, but, I mean, Vhagar is going to do a little bit of... No, we're not going to get the Mogul stack this round. I think maybe if we'd solo frontline this, we might have got there. It's certainly tough there. What did Pinoy... Oh, wait, Nemo dropped Streak. Nemo dropped Streak to Pinoy Setsuko. Now Pinoy Setsuko's the win streaker. Let's see what artifacts we got here. Titanic Hydra here for Nemo. Normally, you're really excited to put this onto stuff like Xayah. Kind of awkward to play into Xayah there from the spot. Also, by the way, anybody who did take Kale has the ability to reforge their artifacts if they want to, but it's not the easiest thing in the world, I will say, just because you have to just hope that you hit something better. It's a little bit scary. But all right, let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. Mirnik on the 4 replicator board for now. I want to see a little bit more Pinoy Setsuko's board. Okay, so they got Moguls, took the DB augment, got to DB Corki here. So just going to play a humble Corki game. Points-wise, Pinoy Setsuko needs 11 points. It needs just as many points as possible this game to get close to getting to check next game. Nemo here. Hashitari Hanabi there, we've talked about here. Oh, got a Storm Hex from Random Boon. Not bad at all. Hopefully we can get to like Nami later and play for this. Though honestly, I thought this was going to be a Samira game, but looking at our items, especially what we got out of the artifact, we can't actually play that. So we're gonna have to pivot this into AP. Might be just regular vertical space groove. Might just be generic AP flex here. But yeah, a little bit of flex game in here coming out of Hashitari Hanabi here. We'll see what that ends up becoming here. Can we get through this giant Belveth here with the DD here? Yeoman. Oh, we do get through it, but we just can't get through the rest of the board here. But yeah, Yeoman here ends up picking up a nice win here, sitting on 100 gold hedge fund. This is going to be hedge fund, Jinx, reroll, and just going to use this gold to hit really, really fast and then start push levels. We're doing pretty well HP-wise, 74 HP, especially considering that we did take hedge fund here. And we've got some great items here. Just need to get the Jinx items in this spot here, but we are going to have multiple Reforgers to try to get there. So not a bad spot. Definitely need to get to the board. Also, one off of a Kali 3 here. I mean, pretty close to a lot of stuff here. Even dropped out of the... No, actually, yeah, we've got everything in here, so we're chilling here. Mikas here ended up taking Fish Bones here. Very, very solid. Just a bunch of AD, a bunch of attack speed for the Xayah here. So, honestly, I think basically everybody got a pretty reasonable artifact in this spot here. I don't think anybody got, like, a trash artifact they just, like, can't use at all. Hashitari Hanabi is probably the most upset about it, but honestly... I mean, probably going to flex into a very interesting line here. Another good fight win for Yeoman. Dunk Pacino taking a loss here. Really trying to make it there, but basically has to hit a 3rd Econ Augment here if we want any chance of reaching 9. If we do get a last Econ Augment here, we can certainly make it. And we did find a Nami. Finding this Nami already is really nice to help stabilize us a bit in the spot here. Mirnik, though, remember, took savings count and has just been full open here, is about to cash out here. Looking like we're actually just going to play this into a Mighty Mech game. The more that we look at it, because Indomitable is so good onto the mech here. So it's going to have to be a quick roll down, but a lot of possibilities here in terms of what you can hit. All right. A lot of gold here going to come through. Almost could go fast and iron from this spot, but not quite enough to go there. So we are going to have to roll this round here. Finds the Acel. That's good. Going to start just full pivoting the board here. Keeps the Morgan, of course. And we can even just go for the double upgrade here if you want to. And now we are just going to roll it down, see what we can pick up here. Not seeing many mechs. There's a Karma there. Definitely want to fit that in onto the board. Finds the Blitzcrank as well. Not bad. Karma 2. We need our last few upgrades, though. Just barely not going to be able to pick everything up. Okay, so is this board good enough to win on 19 HP? Because losing this fight is a disaster. Fight Mikas here. Also wanted to see where he's at on Stargazer. Is he cashed? He is cashed here on Stargazer and has the 3 items on Desire. This is really, really scary. We do have the Baron's Lair for a bunch of extra damage. Can the Acel close out the fight? I don't think so. I think the Zaya is too strong, though. It's taking a long time to get through the Mighty Mech here, but is... Oh, just barely, actually. The mech's going to turn around and beat Mikas here. Huge fight win for Mirnik. Really was going to be rough if we lost that fight. Last augment here. You could go for the crazy double scaling with Ascension, but it's scary for sure to go double scaling augment. You'd really like something that just makes your fight longer, but we don't really have anything to do it. So yeah, we are going to go Ascension, AP, and damage amp as the fight gets longer, and the mech will be quite tanky here. So anybody who likes to play for long fights, we are going to win against them every single time here. Got to keep rolling here and find the mech 2-star. We find Morg 2, which is a nice upgrade here. Ross 2 doesn't really do very much here. Gonna have to sell off one of the Ross or the Mordekaiser here to pick that up. And this is our setup here. We need to find mech 2, but we're close to strong. Yeoman using that hedge fund to hit the entire board here. Let's take a look at Nemo's setup here. Rolled it to 0 on 8. I mean, if you look at this spot, I don't think we're gonna see a win out here. Ended up taking bronze for life here, but doesn't actually have... Oh, this is the saddest bronze for life of all time. Ended up on this Bastion Space Group board, so our gold augment is 2% damage amp. That is not my favorite gold augment of all time, so we are going to need to change the board up a bit. What is all this gold? Oh, it's malicious monetization on the other side there for Mikas here, who is not going to be able to kill a ton and is going to lose the fight. I don't know how Nemo pilots this into a win is the thing, because we had to roll down so much. I mean, we do have the Graves. That's the outright, is that we stabilize really, really hard on this Graves and then get to some kind of Graves board eventually. Especially, what did we take for the upgrade? Okay, we did just go Assault Frame here, because I know you can go like Titanic Hydra, like attack speed frame, but I don't know if it's even that good. But all right, we'll check back in on Nemo later. Pinoy Setsuko reached tale of 2 units here. Reached the Corky 2, but has 0 Ramesses onto this board here. At least picked up some great 5 costs to play around. Has the Shen and the Bard onto the board, but tanking a Poppy one for now, not my favorite thing of all time. It's really not doing all that much here. Nemo fighting this board here would be a saving grace for Nemo to be able to win this fight, though honestly the Corky does a lot of work here and it might still be a loss versus just this good board versus for Pinoy Setsuko. Really just 1 Rammus would be a disgusting spike here, but we're not quite there yet. All right, last God selection here. Roll the Bones, really nice for a lot of these players who need to make it to their board. Super, super, super valuable for people like Pinoy Setsuko. And also this means we have 5 people with the Thresh as their God boon. I mean, for the people who are healthy, this is really, really nice. It means that you are just going to slowly accrue value across the course of the game. For all the other players, we will see. What am I hearing? Somebody's like doing like some kind of like work, I think above me or something. Okay, all good. Let's check on Dunk Pacino here. Level 8. Ooh, we get the roll the bones here. We are 1 round off tempo-wise here, probably from some kind of extra econ here. But sounds like a bed. It's like vibrating though. Whatever. And what do you mean sounds like a bed? What the fuck does a bed sound like? Dunk Pacino here gonna have to make an executive decision here. Do we level next round to save some HP, or do we sack one more, drop really, really, really low, and see where we can get there? We are gonna take the big loss to Mirnik here. Very, very strong. Okay. I think they stopped. I think they heard you guys being weird in chat and they decided to stop. 18 HP here for Dunk Pacino. It's all here. It's all in the line. Needs a top 2, remember, in this game. Does opt to level up here. Gets the Bard to level 10. 40 gold here. Not going to be able to build the full board by any means here, but needs to just find what we can find here. Finds Riven 2, which is not bad here. Really hoping to find that Blitz Crank, and we do find it here. The upside is 7 Space Groove. Can be a nice little just board to hang your hat in. A little board that you can just play for a little while here. We'll see if we get that. I mean, we get a lot of upgrades here. Need to get the last couple of units in here. Nunu comes in. Blitz Crank comes in. And, ooh, we just get the leftmost unit thrown onto our bench here in the last second. Didn't have time to pivot everything. I mean, it's the Pantheon. It's not bad here units-wise, but being stuck on 6 Space Groove, not the best. We'll see here, though. I mean, we're level 10. We have a 3-item Space Groove Riven. The 3 items are a little wonky, but, I mean, hey, somebody's got to apply this Morello here. And we should be able to win this fight with another Nami cast here. Yeah, so a very important win for Dunk Pacino. And a rough loss for Mikas. Who did Mikas end up losing to? Oh, right, the board that we just fought there, Dunk Pacino. So Mikas gonna go out in 8th there. Was really just playing for the all or nothing, and just sadly could not barely make it out there in the end here. But not the worst here. There's always more game to play. Check in on Nemo here on the way to 9. And so we're maybe making it out from this spot here. Really wants to get to that level 9 fast 9 board, and has some great items onto the graves. The Titanic Hydra, huge here with the Quicksilver, the DB, getting there on the Buckshot as well. So we will see. We will see if we can truly cap it out in this spot here for the win. I mean, if Nemo takes it, then we are going home. So yeah. Dunk Pacino here, still trying to cap out the board, does reach 7 Space Groove, just playing what we got for now, which is 3 Vanguard onto the board now. Looking for some Reforges, which is actually extra gold as well if we Reforge. Did find a Void Staff here, which you probably have to take, yeah, and just has this Bard on the board as well here. So getting to a decently capped version of the board. We'll see what our final board does end up being here, because there's a lot of stuff we have left to fit in. Pick up Shen potentially as another in on this board, so yeah, a lot of stuff you want to fit. The problem is that we need Nunu for the tank, and so it's not like we can, like, it's 3 Vanguard. Obviously, it feels a little wonky, but, like, you can't afford to cut that. This is a great timing to fight Nemo here before he gets all these raids upgrades and before he levels up here. That's a huge win for Dunk Pacino there. Mirnik also on the streak here, had that huge loss streak and is winning fights. The problem is we're a little stuck here, stuck on level 8, and level 9 is pretty far off. So I don't know if we're going to be able to make it all the way up to level 9 here and cap high enough to beat some of these high cap boards. Let's see what else is going on here. Hashidori Hanabi, remember, had that weird setup from the artifact. Tried to play this into a Nami flex game. The problem is there's a lot of other people interested in Nami in this lobby, so it's a little difficult to reach all of these Space Groovian units here. Nemo, another factory new upgrade at the BSPP. Buckshot plus here. Very nice. Gonna rotate to Mirnik here. Both these players really need a win here. So we'll see if we can get through this big Mighty Mech here. The Baron's Lair comes and the Ascension comes in here. The Mighty Mech is falling though. Can the Ace chew through the rest of the board? And the answer is yes. My God, with this Giga Scale, I'm gonna get there. And that's 2 losses in a row for Nemo. Remember, only Czech player in the lobby is now going to go 9, it looks like. Got a little bit of extra stats onto the board here. So we will see. We will see. Looking like we're going to hold on 1 more round before we go 9. 2 more rounds would be very, very greedy, I will say. Let's check on some of our low players. Hashidori Hanabi here. Yeah, just had kind of a just contested and couldn't really reach the entire board here. Also has the Baron's Lair Ascension set up, but you need really good front line to make this setup work. And see Cypher Blaze here. Cypher Blaze into... It's another fight versus Nemo. Can this board win against Nemo again? Anytime you lose to Nemo this stage, you're going to feel really, really bad because Nemo is only going to get stronger through the course of this game. He trying to fly to backline, but doesn't really fly there. Might get blocked in here. No, is going to end up there. The Fiora is on the Graves here. Can Fiora finish the job? She can't. The Yi can't really finish the job either, but the Kindred can. So that is 3 losses in a row for Nemo. Hashtag Hanabi gonna go out in 7th. Rough fight there for sure. Myrnik also taking a loss going down here. All right. Yeah, Myrnik ended up losing to Dunk Pacino's level 10 board. I want to check out Nemo's spot because Nemo, yep, going to be pushing 9 here. Going to be trying to find upgrades. Not the richest 9 in the world. We have a lot of stuff left to find, but the upside is we already have an okay board. Really hoping to high roll something like a Graves 2. And honestly, I am hoping... Well, you know, I won't put my thumb on the scale, but watching more games of TFT would be cool. All right, rolling down. Does find the Fjord 2 here. So we can get that onto the board with the Kindred in. It's a little wonky of a board here for now. It's not quite the generic Fast 9 board. You can rotate into Pinoy Setsuko, who did finally reach Rammus 1, but still no Rammus 2. This is really annoying for Pinoy Setsuko that Nemo managed to stabilize around this Rammus 2 because that's so many Rammuses out of the pool for us. But we'll see. We're onto the Fiora at least. The front line is falling slowly, but this... Corki is going to kill the Rammus. The Fiora's on backline, but the front line is dead here. It's a really close fight, but I think Nemo's going to pick up the win here. Huge win here. Cypher Blaze is our 3rd player to get eliminated here. And Dunk Pacino, maybe some Twitch chatters doubting the win out pick here, but level 10 here, reached the Nami 2, reached the Riven 2, reached the Blitz 2, reached everything 2 on this board, found the Shen, did pivot down into the 5 Space Crew version, as a lot of people will do for sort of max cap on this board, and it's looking pretty darn good. Has a really nice setup here. The only downside is, like, what else are we supposed to cap around? 3-star 4 cost, 3-star 5 cost or something? I don't know. Let's look at Nemo again here, because these fights all matter so much. You can rotate into the Jinx reroll board. Now, this board does have Hedge Fund as the Prismatic, so you'll expect this to cap out a bit lower than your normal board. The Jinx is right in front of the Fiora, which is going to allow it to just focus fire that down. Huge here. Still no Graves 2 for Nemo, but does have the extra Graves in shop here, so this is a really important fight. If you can win this fight, it's a lot more time, and if we lose this fight, that's 1 life for Nemo here with the Graves in shop, back against the wall. Factory new coming here. We already have Buckshot plus laser ballistics here, so we're very, very, very strong. But can we make it out here? 1 fight to rule them all. Also, Myrnik getting eliminated right at the end there. 4 points for Myrnik. That's going to put Myrnik into check as well here. So very, very, very good news for them. Also, I believe Cypher Blaze up to 19 points, just barely not in check. Holy. All right. We'll see. Can Nemo clutch it out? I'm not going to lie, I've been enjoying chatting, not paid attention to this game. Hey, I got you here. If Nemo wins this game, they're in check. The tourney's over. If they lose this game, then we go into another game, and we're going to have some more people in check. Graves 2 is acquired here. The question is, we are about to rotate into Dunk Pacino. Can Dunk Pacino win? Because if Dunk Pacino can't win, I don't know if anyone else can here. So this fight might be for the whole game here. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Yeoman can outcap. I don't know that Pinoy Setsuko can outcap. So it's up to Dunk Pacino. Can Dunk Pacino save the lobby on a huge win streak here? This is a big, big, big Graves here. Let's see what happens here. Dunk Pacino's board really capped kind of a mediocre TG onto this Blitzcrank. I will say here, what can the Nami 2 do here? The Graves chewing through a lot of the board. Good Blitz ult, though, into a decent Nunu ult. Our front line is getting chewed up. The Graves is almost dead. This next Nami bubble is going to clear it. Good so far. Our whole front line is dead, but we have the Riven alive here. Good Nami cast, and it's gonna be the win for Dunk Pacino. Saves the lobby, and we are going to a game 5 here. Huge, huge game from Dunk Pacino here. I mean, a good try from Nemo, but just could barely. If Dunk Pacino wasn't in this lobby, it probably would have been a win here, honestly, which is the crazy part. But just was not able to get there. So it's just gonna be a top 3 for Nemo and probably a top 1 for Dunk Pacino, which would be huge because Dunk is sitting at 13 points. I mean, he's guaranteed to be in check after this game. So we're gonna have 3 people check after this game, I believe. Yep. Also, really nice. A really nice spot for Yeoman here. Big bounce back game. His scores so far today, 8th, 2nd into probably 2nd here if Dunk Pacino can clutch this out. So really reversing the scores here. But hey, maybe, I mean, this Jinx board can do some crazy stuff. Maybe it can shoot through the front line fast enough here to blow through this board. Looking like no. Looking like we are going to have a solid end to this game with a Yeoman 2nd and a Dunk Pacino 1st, which would be wild. But I mean, we will see here. All right. Dunk Pacino, just an embarrassment of wealth here. Should start rolling for the 3-star 4 cost for the content, but is just going to focus in, lock in, and try to win this fight here. All right. Let's see. Last fight here. Just got to make sure that we don't get like sniped randomly by something. Also, Yeoman, Bedge, holding these Namis here. I mean, good play to try to deny the 3-star 4 cost from Dunk Pacino here. So that's why we're also not rolling harder for it. Nunu in a pretty good spot. I will say the Jinx does have the ability to snipe backline a little bit here. It's a bit scary, but a great knockup by the Nunu here. The Nami doing good splash damage so far. Just needs one more cast to finish off a lot of these melee carries. Boom, that's one down. Boom, that's another down. Jinx walking up here, but it's not enough. The splash will win the fight, and Dunk Pacino takes the win there versus Yeoman. A really, really hype game, and this means that the tourney is very, very much heating up here. Let's pull up the score sheet going into game 5. Now we have 3 people in check here. Nemo, Mirnik, and Dunk Pacino here. And look at that, Cinderblaze just needed one more placement to be into check here. Really, really, really rough here. And then all these other players, literally everybody, except for Mikas here, can get in a check after this next game. And Mikas just needs, a solid 3 points into a first. And then they'll be in check as well. So it's scary. It's scary with these 3 people in check. But hey, it's checkmate. It's anybody's game. I do see that somebody left the lobby for whatever reason. But we will see. My game crash might have to kick me and re-invite me. Okay. I am going to run to the bathroom while we do that. And I trust Dunk Pacino will get there. I'll leave the score sheet up for everybody to see. And I'll be right back for game 5. This could be the final game, or we could go to a very climactic game 6. So we will see. I'll be right back. Spectate up. Game 5. Ding, 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 ding. Game 5. Let's see what happens. Ooh-wee. All right. 3 people in check. Nemo, Mirnik, and Dunk Pacino. Let's see if we can get there. Also, thanks everybody for hanging out, tuning in to the tournament. If you got a Twitch Prime sub and you would like to use it on the channel, it'd help a lot. The prize pool is coming out of my own pockets, so any amount helps to help recoup some of what I am losing by trying to put on a cool tournament for all the people who are in my coaching programs and everything like that. So, yeah. All right. Game 5. Let's take a sip of water because we are going to be going a mile a minute here with 3 people in check. We're going to be check. Whoa! Why did it give me a spectator delay if we're already into game? All right, all right. Well, let's take a look. Our 3 people to keep an eye on. Nemo, Mirnik, and Dunk Pacino. Nemo here. We do have an Alawi. Gotta be careful. Because Anima is very griefable in this spot here. So we will see. But also, the more people in check, the harder it does get to grief, obviously, because you don't want to grief your own game here by griefing that. Mirnik here, nothing to write home about already. Dunk Pacino here. Cypher plays going for the full econ here and actually is going to get it. And I believe Samira should be fine versus this board, and it is. Okay, so we pick up the win here. Just going to hold everything here. Was thinking about making econ, but opted not to. Does have a pretty good spot into this this line here. And yeah, just going to immediately take the spat here and say, me, Space Hero. All right, I want to look at Dunk Pacino's spot here. Primordian opener, and considering the late game scaling, and we do take it here. We didn't look at our god selection here. Varus Ari. Could be a great spot to make it to Fast 9, and that is a very high cap board. We need to pick up Belveth if we can to start econing up, but look at our bench as well. We have great units for this board as well. All right, I think we are getting there. I'm not adding this emote. I'm gonna be real. I could add it just to Kai's emotes. I don't know about that. All right, let's check in the other check players. Yeoman here has the slam in here, so another player just saying I'm going to play good, I'm going to play tempo. I can't really play any kind of like weird reroll line or something like that, so I have to do this. And then the last player to check on is Mirnik here. Trade Sector here has Cho and Liss here. Wonder what we could be playing here. Certainly seems like a Liss Cho reroll game from here to see if we can find a ton of copies and then just tempo this into a good spot. We have the belts open. Would really love to get something slammed soon. We do also have Varus to allow us to get to the tiny dupes, which will let us hit our board a lot faster here. Here's a question for the culture. Do you roll twice here on level 3 odds if this is your idea? I mean, we also don't know if this is going to be a Liss Cho game, right? We could also just always flex this into something else. It doesn't have to be by any means, so we will see what Mirnik wants to go to. I mean, we have this Jinx here. Could be Jinx, could be a lot of stuff. I mean, we're holding 2 Rosts, but it's not that much direction into anything else. So yeah, we'll likely sell these off. We'll see though. All right, let's look at the rest of the lobby, see if anyone else has some kind of like a crazy win out spot that might deny these players, because if they get denied, we are going to another game here. Panoy Setsuko, it just has kind of an okay econ opener here. Leona Print Arbiter, Money Hungry. So yeah, a lot of potential there on this, and we will see where we get to. Rotating into Dunk Pacino here. Dunk Pacino, wait a second. Did find the Belveth here, so look at this. 3 Primordian Brawler Marauder with the Urgot onto this board and has the MF waiting in the wings to come in on level 5. What is getting pinged here? Archer Hanabi pinged Mirnik, I guess? Or Mirnik pinged Hanabi? I guess, just to say, this is what Mirnik is playing in this spot here. So people hold Lisses, hold Chos, because we know that Mirnik is in check. All right, very heads up by I think probably Hashtori Hanabi who pinged this, but if not, somebody else. And we'll see where it goes here. What is the Arbiter here? This is spend mana, get a print here. It's fine. You can also put extra Zoes in down the line to get you like higher odds of printing and stuff like that. So yeah, we will we'll see. Rotate into Nemo here and probably gonna take a loss. The downside is the Zoe board is not that strong right now, especially without like Leona 2 in this spot here. So it's gonna be a little rough. Yeah, and our Leona even dies before casting. This mana printer one, it's really dependent on if you can get to Leona 2 quickly and get to some items slammed quickly. At least Zoe got a lot of cast, so hoping that we get a print here, but we do have 3 anima in at least. Hopefully it's fine. We don't see we got so many Zoe casts off there, but just not enough casts for the Leona, so we didn't make it there. But yeah, can't get a good slam either off neutrals like Nashers. Well, we're likely to take Belt's item here, I would think. 3-cost shop, pretty bad if you're trying to play something like Cho. Pretty good if you are trying to play something like the Samira here. So we will see. Where are the standings? We have 3 players in check: Nemo, Mirnik, and Dunk Pacino. And then the rest of the lobby has chances of getting into check based on this next game. So those are the ones to be on the lookout for. And Nemo is first place overall on the day. Has been having a really, really good day. But we'll see if we can get through the rest here. All right. Hashtori Hanabi gonna pick up some gold. Mika's here on a win streak with a pretty decent board here. Just using the power of the pike to clear people and this 2-star of the Meepsy here. But opting still out of the pike actually is just gonna fit Timebreaker in on this board as well. Opting not really to level or to roll much at all. Just sitting on this board for now. So probably gonna drop that streak, honestly. Dunk Pacino really trying to keep this streak here. Every fight through win is huge. We rotate Mikas here. This is a pretty fortunate fight. I think Mikas could have played a stronger board here, but opted to say, I don't care about my streak too much. And very likely going to give a 4 streak here over to Dunk Pacino, which is huge for Dunk Pacino. To be fair, Dunk Pacino's board is pretty good. But we will certainly take the win here. 4 streak huge. That also puts Dunk as the only player on a 4 streak in this lobby here. Means that if we can win one more fight, 5 streak, Primordian, late game scaling. I mean, this is an amazing spot. We have the Belveth too as well. If we can get some reasonable item slams, we'll be in a great spot. And the Sunfire is a great early slam as well. My God, here. All right. Yeoman, 3 Primordian board, just tempoing this as well. Kind of a similar idea to Dunk Pacino, just trying to win fights. Pinoy Setsuko here. Once again, just kind of chilling on this board, going for the Leona print, and very likely to play this into a LeBlanc game, which I think is a very, very solid line. So we will certainly get there. Let's take a look at Dunk Pacino, see if we can close this out. Mirnik has reached the Nashers onto the Lysandra here, which is pretty good. Just doesn't have the JG yet here, which is a big downside, right? If you don't have the JG, then your Lysandra is really not going to do that much work in this spot here. And so we are going to lose this fight. Drop down. Mirnik doesn't feel too bad about that because that means we're going to get 2 item anvils here. Does mean that we need to hit really like 3-1 ideally. We really need to find some upgrades so that we can get Cho online and get ourselves winning fights. So yeah, not that much LeBlanc so far. I think that line is very, very solid, so this will probably be one of the first ones that we see in this game. But a lot of people honestly just skipping the LeBlanc and going 9 low-key. Cypher Blaze did have the opportunity to get that all 3-cost shop. Didn't actually take it, just took the shared well for the econ. So it's just chilling on this board for now. Maybe not really thinking of playing a Samira board, but more of like a Nami board. We'll see. A lot of people don't believe in LeBlanc. I'm a LeBlanc believer for sure, but I mean, maybe some people don't. Using our free rolls here, trying to pick up some stuff. We are very, very rich here. Can definitely sell off a lot of these Rek'Sais at this point. Look at this as well. Holding the Ornn to deny. A little bit of a rat play for Mirnik here. So kind of crazy here, but says, you know what? I might as well rat a little bit. Okay, now we sell off the Cho saying, okay, or the Ornn saying we need the bench space. Gonna definitely have to find a JG here. Has to roll, I would say, to 50 gold for sure. Maybe deeper if you start hitting here. Gonna have to pop some of these anvils here, or you can sell You can sell the Rostov, honestly. You don't need to play all of this for now. That's 6 Lisses. Ooh, some Pants as well here. Pantheon 3, usually not a big deal in the sport. 7 Lisses. You can definitely consider dipping deeper here if we want to. JG going to come down for the Lysandra here. Going to opt to hold the line here at 50 so that we just have enough gold to hit our entire board here. But means we're going to have to really pick our time when we spike later, right? So we'll see. Belt comes down as just a solid enough Cho item. Could even be Noble Nash, but really would like to get some items on Cho. So yeah. But all right, we will hold the line. 4 seconds AP and Rageblade Archangel BIS. Well, I mean, we have 4 seconds AP Rageblade Archangels. I got you there, and it's onto a It's onto the Diana here, like a Diana 2. So actually a pretty good spot for Pinoy Setsuko. Not in check, just needs a top 5 to reach check though. So in a good spot. And Dunk Pacino still keeping streak here. I think the lobby might start sweating. All right. Next augment here, just a silver, so not big. But we will get there. This might be the most constructive a chat has ever been. Yeah, it's yeah, it might just be I might just be a beast here. I might just be encouraging constructive criticism from sometimes my chat is a little too constructive criticism when I'm playing, but it's all good. All right, hit size matter here. This is pretty good. You can actually proc this really reasonably onto the Maokai if you get to like a Warmogs or something. But we will see. We will see. But for now, good spot here. Kind of want to just keep my eye on Dunk Pacino, see if he keeps streak here. If he keeps streak, we're going to be an amazing spot. He's going to move the red buff up to the Belveth here. One thing that I think is interesting, though I guess we had to end up making it. I don't know where all these bows came from, because we made red buff here. We didn't have any anvils, so I guess we were forced to make it, because now we are Deep Abyss, Sunfire plus red buff here. Upside is, it's an attack speed item, and I guess if you get dropped 3 bows, I mean, sometimes you are forced into making it here, but it is going to be rough, especially rotating into this really strong board from Benoit Setsuko. I think we're going to lose the fight. Oh my god. The MF locks in and wins the fight. Actually, huge win for Dunk Pacino. Keeps the streak here, and that was one of the strongest people in the lobby. Winning that fight is so big, and it was also the round before Benoit Setsuko ended up hitting the Leona 3-star. So huge win for Dunk Pacino. Keeps the streak here, stays into a really good spot. Let's check in on Nemo's spot here. Nemo really going for Giga Econ, slamming rolling for days. Almost to me looking like a fast 9 here, but we will see here. 70 gold at this spot. Definitely going to try to go for it if he can, because that is another way, of course, to win out here. So we'll see. Is Salvage Bin offered 4-2? It is. I've seen Salvage Bin on 4-2, I believe. So we do have the possibility of, I guess, getting that bailout and making this Sunfire into something else. So yeah, I don't mind. Or even just get a Reforger down the line and reforge this Sunfire. So yeah. Rotate into Nemo, another strong board, but I think this Belveth is too strong. Also, Dunk Pacino, a healthy level 7 here in this spot. Looking very good. Dude, I hope I'm not getting sick. I haven't been talking that much the last few days, but hey, all good. Ari also obviously very good for these fast 9 ideas here. So this is going to be another really good pickup as well here for Dunk Pacino. Actually, you could even consider the dupe. I think Dunk Pacino did end up taking the Ari here, but you could think about it. Grow a 4th bow, go double red buff. Why not? All good. Probably not here. We do hit the 2-star, which gets us just barely above the threshold, so that is going to lock in our Warmogs here, which is huge. Just ended up taking the tier here. Get Spirit Visage down. So we will have 3 tank items done pretty quick. The main thing we have to worry about now is getting to damage items, right? 6 components, if you think about it, dedicated to tank items, need definitely some more damage item oriented ones. So really hoping that Wolves does not drop us things like belts and stuff like that. I guess, you know, most tank items you can at least build into something, right? You can build into a Guard Breaker, Chain, you can build into Edge of Night, Titans, that kind of stuff. So we'll hopefully get there. Rotate into Hashidori Hanabi here. Now we have the Maokai 2, which is a huge upgrade here, though. This is pretty tanky, and the Zoe 2 is Zoeing, and the Nami's doing a lot of work here. Can the Maokai and the Belveth clutch it out here? It's really close, but that looks like the end of our streak. Yep, Dunk Pacino not going to be allowed to get to that 10 streak here. Big win here. Peep Dunk Pacino's bench here, though. Look at this. Really, really smart stuff. Holding on to all these time breakers for the stage 4 time breaker, saying, I'm going to play this, and then once stage 4 arrives, I'm going to fit time breaker in on this board, get a ton of free resources, and then reach level 9 in a disgustingly quick manner here. So look at Hachidori Hanabi's board. Another person looking to fast 9, booster pack late game specialist. How many fast 9s do we have in this lobby? Dunk Pacino, Hachidori Hanabi here. I think Pinoy, or not Pinoy Setsuko. It was Nemo here. Decent odds of fast 9ing. I mean, maybe Pinoy Setsuko, honestly. Probably going to have to tempo through 8 here first. So we have at least three looking at fast 9 in this position here. And the struggle, when you have a lot of people going fast 9, is that people can steal your units before you reach 9. And if you reach 9 a little bit late, and then all your units are out of the pool, then it's a little scary. It is a little scary. So we will see here. Hachidori Hanabi just reached 5 streak, but then rotates into Pinoy Setsuko. So nobody finishing off the stage with a streak. And Mirnik quietly, by the way, reached that Lysandre 3, won that fight. How are we doing on Cho's? We're also Cho 3. Warmogs, Cho. Look at the size of this guy. I can't drag around, but 6,000 HP already. Farmed up 500. Brawler going to give a lot of stats. This is going to be a pretty big Cho off of the size matters here, and it definitely does in this case. All right, let's see what Mirnik can do here, and we'll see if we can get out here. Need to reach the 6 Dark Star. That is everything that you ever want when you are playing this line. Might be able to get it from Varus. If we drop lower, you can get it off Carousel, but I hope that we are not going to drop that low here and can make our last couple of items in this spot here. Triple Warmog's time. I mean, you don't actually have that good of a Cho item here, so we're just going to make the double Nash here and then hold on to the Rod for a potential Cho item down the line. All right, let's see. Let's take a peek at Dunk Pacino here. Gonna push 8 here, 50 gold. Gonna get that 2. Yeah, now gonna get the 3 time breaker in here. I like this a lot and can sack. I mean, really the world's his oyster. We could sack this entire stage if we want to, but that's probably gonna be too long with the other people pushing 9. Let's see Hachidori Hanabi's spot as terms of going 9. Has some gold, but not really enough to like go 9 really, really quickly. We'll also see what Ari gets us to in this spot here. Mikas reached a Corki board, or some pieces of a Corki board, has the Corki pair, has a lot of this stuff, but not quite there yet. Is going to pick up the win versus Hachidori Hanabi, which is big here. All right, last augment. Want to look at Dunk Pacino, because this, I think, is our most likely player to win out the lobby at this point. Bronze for life, Little Buddies, JL here. Nothing really jumps off the page to me right now. Little Buddy's a little bit awkward in these fast 9 boards. You don't have that many. I mean, you've got a few. You've got like the Atrox and the Akali, and that's really it, which is not that much stats for your entire board here. Bronze for life also okay on this board. You're usually playing 5 traits, so really not worth an augment. Would like some kind of better combat here. I would say something like a Second Wind is quite tempting here. Sunfire board for the triple heal cut. Ooh, Gilded Steel. Definitely a good pickup here. We can check what we get from this, and it gives us a lot of potential for getting stuff early. We don't actually get what we were looking for here. Really wanted to find like early Graves, early Vex, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're going to sell off the Sona here. Just saying, with these items slammed, you really don't want to play the Sona version of the board here. Would love to get some kind of 5 cost in, because right now we are essentially down this augment. Does not do anything. Right now we're not getting that 8% durability onto the rest of our board here, but not the end of the world here. This board here that we're fighting, Pinoy Setsuko, the other fast 9er, has made it to LeBlanc and a Sona already. This is really, really nice, because it means we're not going to have to roll that much. Got the Sona out of duo queue here. Have great LeBlanc items in this spot here. This is a fantastic spot, but the interesting thing is it's a different fast 9 board than Dunk Pacino, right? They're only sharing a few units, because this is more of like an AP Shepherd Fast 9 as opposed to like the Nova Fast 9 that Dunk Pacino is going for. Man, wait a minute. We got the Blitz and the Sona out of duo queue? Oh, this game is all luck. All right, let's look at the rest of the lobby. Cypher Blaze also kind of looking to cap out the board. Got to the space group setup, but stuck on Nami 1. Really, really rough here. Mikas reached a lot of the board, probably going to be quite a beast this stage, but not, I would say, going to have the cap to beat some of these boards out. Nemo, our other player who is in check here, another person looking to fast 9. Who are we supposed to watch? We got to look between Pinoy Setsuko and Nemo and Dunk Pacino and see when each of them go fast 9 here. So I'm going to be tabbing between all of them here to see who goes 9 first. Nemo, the poorest player in this spot here, but does have some free rerolls to play around with here. Also has kind of a wacky but reasonable LeBlanc setup where you have the Nashers as your mana gen item. Not as good as the Gwinsu at all, but you know, it's still an item and it works nicely with the Chi-Chi. Also, this fight is so close. Who will win, the Jin or the Teemo? The Teemo will win. Huge win for Hachidori Hanabi, by the way, who, you know, is another player looking at going 9 in this spot here. So I don't know if we're going to be able to watch all these level 9 roll downs. We need a split screen here. I need the Riot Games production to help me with the split screen here, because it's just too much here. We'll see here, though. Nemo, Dunk Pacino, Hachidori Hanabi, and Polish Setsuko. 4 players looking to go 9. We will cycle between them, see who goes when here. Definitely want to keep an eye on Nemo and Dunk Pacino as the players who are in check here. So that's going to be my priority of who to cover here. And we will see if either of them opt to go this round. Dunk Pacino, 56 HP, could chill a little longer if we want to here. Nemo as well, a little low gold-wise, right? Kind of hard to send it this round, but we will see here. Gets a bunch of gold here, so thinking about that 9 and is going to push 9 here. Going to start rolling. Finds Sona so far. Finds the Shen. Usually not going to fit on this board. We can hold on to it. Going to keep rolling here. See what else we hit here. Hits the Bard as well. Nemo trying to roll down, finds the... Okay, I mean, that's not quite the full board. Did Dunk go this? Dunk Pacino did not go yet. Hachidori Hanabi did not go yet. Pinoy Setsuko did not go yet. So Nemo, our first player to roll down, trying to roll ahead of these players. Does have the Nunu 2, which is big, but just 1-star copies of everything else is pretty rough here. We'll see when everybody else goes here. This is heating up, especially with 3 players in check here. My God. What's up, Hybrid Mario? Hanabi clears. All right. Another Hachidori Hanabi, probably the most popular player, and at least in Twitch chatters so far here. We got a lot of supporters in the stands. You'll love to see it. And another win here. This is really big. 2 streak here, 70 gold. Has the late game specialist as well here. The only fear for Hachidori Hanabi here is, are all the copies of 5 costs and units that you want going to be out, right? Because look at this. Pinoy Setsuko, fast 9, playing around this. Yeoman also went to 9. Yeoman wasn't even on my radar, but Yeoman's also going 9 in this spot. Oh my God. It's actually insane how many units that we're picking up here. Hachidori Hanabi went 9 as well, rolled a little bit of gold, but not all of the gold yet here, saying we're just going to chill. Okay, I will not say here for the next 1 minute. Okay, I will guarantee no here's starting now. All right, so Hachidori Hanabi hoping to get a fight win here, does rotate in. Wait, did I just say here? Okay, Hachidori Hanabi hoping to get a fight win versus Mirnik in this situation currently, but does not pick up the win right now, presently. Wow, I actually say that a lot, now that I think about it. Just going to try to pick up the Ari boon, and we will see where we go from the present position. Dunk Pacino looking to find some items in this situation. Wow, wait, yeah, I actually just end every sentence with that word now that I realize it. Okay. Gonna try to roll down and find something here to finish. Fuck! Gonna try to find something to finish out the rest of our items. Does have 10 out of 9 units in right now. Needs to roll down and pick up everything that we can pick up right now. We do have 2 Nunus. So many Nunus out. I don't know how many Nunus are actually out right now, but we're gonna roll down. Find Shen pair. Has a lot of time and a lot of gold as well. Shen 2, pretty nice. Finds the Vex in this spot. Has some stuff right here that can come out. I said right here, that doesn't count. Picks up the Nunu here. The scary thing about the scary thing about the Nunu is that a lot of Nunus are already out. So we might not actually reach our front line in this spot here. Vex 2, really, really big. Hits everything but the front line. Yeah, that's the scary thing. And still has the double Fioras on the board. it's a rough roll down, actually. And let's look at the other side. Hashtori Hanabi here has a lot of stuff, but also didn't hit that hard in the Fast 9 roll down. We'll see what board ends up winning. The Vex does a lot of damage. This would be a huge win for either player, and it looks like Dunk is going to pick up the fight win. Really, really big fight. Let's look at some of our other boards right now. Pinoy Setsuko has the Blitz 2, so that's going to be clogging all of the other boards. Not going to be able to get a good spot there. Who else do we have here? We have Yeoman, who also reached 9, who is also playing this Nova version. That's holding a lot of other units. Has the Vex. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if there are any Nunus left in the pool. Let's do a Nunu check here. 3 Nunus out, 4 Nunus out, 5, 6 Nunus out, 7, 8, 9 Nunus out. There's 1 Nunu left in the pool, and Dunk Pacino needs desperately to find it. This is what I was saying about the front line. It's really, really sketch. We do pick up the Akali, get that in, so we do get to our perfect version of the board. But yeah, our front line is just a Nunu one. We really are hoping that some of these other Nunu players are going to die off, waiting on Nemo potentially to take a bot 4 here. By the way, Nemo in check here needs to win out if we can. Rotate into Cypher Blaze, has the Space Groove Spatula on that side here, so we will see if we can get out against this board. We do have a Sona 2, so that's something to play around for sure. The Nami just massacring this board. The Nunu doesn't get a cast off. One more Nami cast is surely going to clean this board up, and does. Nemo drops down to 1 life. Mikas drops down to 1 life. Yeoman drops down to 1 life. Cyber Blaze drops down to 1 life. Hashtori Hanabi drops down to 1 life here. We have 5 players on under 14 HP, and then 3 players right at the top here. Dunk Pacino, Mirnik, and Pinoy Setsuko. Mirnik and Dunk Pacino in check, remember. If Mirnik can clutch it out with this 6 Darkstar board, we will see. I mean, the whole lobby is Fast 9. See a danger ping down here on Dunk Pacino's board saying, hey, don't let this guy win. But, I mean, what are you going to do to deny at this point? All right. We will see. Dunk Pacino rotating into Pinoy Setsuko here. Pinoy Setsuko, a very, very strong AP Fast 9 board. Made it to the Nunu. Has the Leona 3. Has the LeBlanc 2. Has a lot of stuff going on here. We'll see if we can't beat this guy. I mean, this is somebody that we're going to have to beat if we want to win out this lobby. So, yeah. The Graves trying to chew through everything. The Vex just barely can't win. Dunk Pacino going to lose, and Pinoy Setsuko going to win a fight. And if Pinoy Setsuko wins out, then we are going into another game here. Our first elimination. Yeoman actually going to go out here. So tough. This lobby was so close. And let's look at Hashtori Hanabi as well. The People's Champ. Gonna lose this fight, but going to live here. All right. That is very scary, but not a death yet. Yeoman out in 8th. I do say here a lot. You know what? You actually made me realize. Is your program end of set? It is. Yeah, my end of set tournament for Legendary Tacticians. All right. Pinoy Setsuko really looking like the person to beat here. 5 streak, go in 10. Has the Nunu 2. That's the big thing. Is somebody like Dunk Pacino stuck here in Nunu jail? Can't find Nunu 2. Needs to find some kind of other frontline to play around. But we're so broke at this point. Do you get... Wow, this is actually tough here. You have the opportunity to pick up a TG, which is so good here. But the downside is you obviously don't get to 3rd Graves items. Wow, and that's a great TG for Fiora. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Dunk Pacino versus Mirnik here. Battle of the people in check. The 2 people most likely in check to win out this lobby. We'll see who picks up the fight when the Fiora chewing through this Cho'Gath. But do we have enough front line to finish out the fight? The Graves doing a lot of work on the front line. The Vex trying to chew everything down. The big cast out of the Lysandre is going to win the fight. Dunk Pacino is going to drop down to 1 life. And oh my god, look at these eliminations. Mika's going to go out. Cypher Blaze is going to go out. And we are looking, and Nemo gonna go out. 3 people eliminated this round. All right, I need to update the sheet here with all the eliminations. Cypher Blaze, Mika's here, and Nemo getting eliminated here means we only have 2 people left in check, Dunk Pacino and Mirnik here, and Mirnik did just win, so I think it's up to Mirnik to win out the lobby if we want to close it out this game, or it's up to Pinoy Setsuko to send it to another game. All right, Hashtori Hanabi 1 life. Let's check this setup out. You say here a lot. It's because you're living in the present, not in the past. True. Oh, we did just see. Okay, so after all the eliminations come down, Dunk Pacino ends up reaching the Nunu too. That's a huge upgrade. Let's see Hanabi versus Dunk Pacino here. This could be huge. Big Nunu ball roll. Gonna hit backline. Graves and Vex chewing through the board. That Nunu upgrade was huge. So now we're going to win this fight. Hachidori Hanabi out. Solid fourth. Not enough to, you know, cap out the rest of the lobby. Mirnik going to win against Pinoy Setsuko. 2 checks, 1 non-check. Can Pinoy Setsuko clutch it out? Looking to push level 10 with Ari Boon with extra gold. Could we ever see a 3-star 5 cost to clutch the game with this amount of gold? It's possible. I shouldn't overstate the possibility, but it's possible here. We actually have an insane amount of gold in this spot here. TFT Disco says no. He's getting banned in my chat for... Oh, we farmed the Elder Dragon here. This is huge. Dunk is 15 copies out. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of copies out. Obviously, we're not going to hit the Vex 3 here, but we can hold on to them. Not really to deny, but just to thin out the pool a little bit. Or to pivot the LeBlanc items over onto the Vex. Perfect. And really just looking to finish out. We've got so many units to itemize. We still have more damage items that we could really look for in this spot here. I mean, Elder Drake is huge. This is the fight. Dunk Pacino, Pinoy Setsuko here. Dunk Pacino reached Factory New. Only Buckshot plus. Needs one more round to get another upgrade. Can he win this fight? I think this is going to be the fight for all of the marbles here, because if Pinoy Setsuko wins this fight, they're very likely winning out the lobby. Big Shen ult. Graves doing good work, but getting CC'd. Big Nunu ult as well, but the Elder Dragon is really, really tanky here. Another Nunu ult going to come, and the Vex is farming backline. I think Dunk Pacino is going to win this fight. Pinoy Setsuko going to take a loss here. Mirnik winning a fight. This is another upgrade for Dunk Pacino. This is huge for him. This must be the Laser Ballistics here. Absolutely huge upgrade in this spot. And now we're going to see Dunk Pacino versus Mirnik here. The 2 players in check. Mirnik also infinitely scaling with this Cho'Gath at almost 10,000 HP. Has the Jintu as well, has the Ez. I mean, pretty much as capped as this board can be, but can a 1-cost reroll board beat a fast 9, fast 10 board from Dunk Pacino? Well, we will have to see in this position. Rotating into the Cho'Gath board, the Graves is going to be huge here for chewing through all of this front line. The Nunu ult actually ends up going backwards here, crazy enough. The Graves doing a ton of work, though, but the Jin on the other side doing a ton of work. Mirnik's going to win this fight. Dunk Pacino is going to get eliminated. Dunk Pacino will not end the tournament here. It's between Mirnik and Pinoy Setsuko. Who can win out? Oh my god, I thought Dunk Pacino had it, but the scaling of this Lissandra board is actually so strong here. So, oh my god, look at the bench! Look at the bench for Pinoy Setsuko! I asked if this game could be won by a 3-star 5 quest. He's actually selling board here. Whoa. We need to kill enough that we don't die this round, right? Everybody's looking for it. Pinoy Setsuko saying, I cannot win this fight. He's selling more of the board. We need to not die this round, though. Rolling for it. I mean, we're 18 HP at stage 6. Are we... We might have sold too many units. We might just lose the fight now and die this round. Oh, no. I mean, I don't think we can kill enough to survive here now. He said, I can't win from this position. I need to hit the bar 3. And that's going to be the win for me because, oh, my God. Going for the bar 3. Wasn't able to hit. And that means Mirnik wins the game, wins the lobby, wins the tournament. Holy, what an end here. All right, let me put my last couple of scores in here. Wow, I mean, a photo finish at the end, I will say. That was crazy. All right, so let's look at our final standings after the game. So the win for Mirnik here is going to be first place here. I need to reorganize this this leaderboard a little bit because we obviously have Mirnik with a checkmate win, but a very solid tournament from Nemo. 32 points on the day, highest scores overall, but that is the win for Mirnik here. We'll pull over the surprising here for everybody. So, top 4, Mirnik, Nemo, Dunk Pacino, and Pinoy Setsuko. Great job to, I mean, everybody was in it right up until the end there. I mean, that was fantastic. And that's why you love Checkmate, right? It was super, super, super hype. So beautiful fight in the end there. Does Vex Graves want to be opposite side there? I think so in that last fight. You want to be able to blow up the Cho, but getting your guys hit by the Lissandra, especially Graves getting hit by the Liss Splash is really, really rough. So, yeah. Wow. All right. A beautiful day of TFT. Happy we went into game 5. Would have loved to see the hype game 6, but still a really, really fantastic final here. Finally, congrats to Mirnik. I mean, if you want, we can do a winners interview if you are interested. I've never won any tournaments in my life. Yo, that's what we're doing out here. We're making dreams come true. So hyped to see. Shout out to everybody for playing their best today. And I mean, just so happy to have this kind of like end of set, capstone for everybody in the program to have something to play for. It's actually just so fun. The tier 2 TFT circuit ends quickly, but we have this to play for. It gives you guys stuff to play for the entire set and was an absolute blast. I will say, can talk a little bit. All right. So we will hop into a winner's interview. I will say, if you enjoyed the tournament and would be interested in playing in one of these in the future, check out my Metafy memberships, especially going into next set, the set that is going to qualify people for the Vegas Open. We already had the Paris Open. Next set, the one going to qualify people into the Vegas Open. If you want to lock in for next set, we have group coaching, we have individual one-on-one stuff, everything that you could ever need, and these little tournaments to hold you accountable, or big tournaments, honestly. All right, let me hop into here. I'll just hop into this channel here, and yeah, check out my Metafy for all of your coaching needs. All right, what is up? Congratulations. How are you feeling after the game?
Hello, thanks. I am feeling so excited. Like, my heartbeat is so fast. The last seconds, I was so glad he tried to go for the Bard, because I thought I am losing on his board. Mm-hmm. But he went for the Bard, and yeah.
Hell
like
yeah.
my last ranked game was Liz Cho, and it was first place too. So I was hoping that it will be 2, and it is. Wow. So yeah, I'm really happy, cause last tournament I was second. Mm-hmm. This I can finally be the happiest.
Wow.
The tourney.
Huge. Congrats. That's so, sometimes it is that way where like you have a game on ladder that like shows you what the game on tournament should be. It was just like meant to be. So that's so cool. Yeah. To close it out with that win. How are you feeling going into the tournaments? I know we just were doing some prep before this, so how are you feeling going into today?
Yeah, I was pretty confident, but still scared because I didn't play so much games like in this month. But I played in this week. It was really bad. I got only 4 top 4s from like 15 games. But yeah, and I fall off the challenger rank. But
GM buff.
But yeah, I still was confident, and especially with 1 hour of coaching before. So
yeah, well that's awesome. I know TFT is definitely a game where your emotions can swing a lot depending on if your games are going well or not. So I think that could definitely have been the difference for you, is just kind of getting, having that confidence in yourself, even if, ladder's not going perfectly, just being confident going into the day seems, it definitely makes a huge difference in TFT. So I'm happy that you could be confident going into this day of the tournament.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have anything else, any kind of yeah, anything you want to say at the end, I mean, absolute shout outs to you. You put in a ton of work across the course of the set. You know, the really great momentum. You know, going second into first, just a very, you know, just a straight line, just a nice little curve upwards. So congrats to you for winning this. How are you feeling? This is, you know, obviously the capstone for this set. How are you feeling going into next set? Are you locked in
Oh,
for
yeah.
what's your vibe for next set?
Yeah, can't wait. So excited too for the another set because I did a break in this and I'm pretty bored with it already. And this set was not like the best set I have played, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping the next set is gonna be the best. Um, and yeah, I'm locked in on the next set for sure.
Awesome. Well, excited to lock in with you. Maybe see you in you know, next set's tournaments as well. Should be an
Yeah.
absolute blast. So, all right, everybody. Also, what? Because your name on League is Mirnik, and then your Discord name is Philippic. So I always like which name do you prefer being called?
I think Miernik. Filipek is like my Polish name Filip,
Mm-hmm.
but Miernik is like the game for the games.
Okay.
So I think the Miernik, yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Good to get that. I mean, you know, if you keep winning, then I got to say your name a lot more. So, shout out to
Yeah.
Mirnik, everybody. Big round of applause. Congrats, the winner of the end of set Legendary Tacticians Space Gods tournament. All right. I will talk to you later. Congrats again on the huge win.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right, shout out to Mirnik on the win. This tournament was an absolute blast. I love running these, and this is really our capstone for the set. I mean, we have PBE coming very soon for the next set. Obviously, you know, main competitive wise in the pro circuit and stuff like that. We have Worlds very soon next weekend, and boom, then we are into next set. So absolutely cannot wait for next set. Like I said, if you are interested in any of these programs going into next set, because we are going to be going, we went hard this set. We did a lot of prep, a lot of work. Every single week we're doing a group session with everybody. And then I'm also doing one-on-one coaching with people in Legendary Tacticians. So everybody put in a lot of work this set. But I could also tell this set, some people, you know, got a little discouraged a little bit ways through the set. We're like, this isn't my favorite set. So next set, I know I'm going to be going even harder. I'm going to be playing an insane amount next set, locking in. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be playing a lot harder. People who are already in the programs, and I'm sure a lot of people who are going to be in the programs going into next set. So I'm really excited for that and just cannot wait. So once again, if you want to see any of this stuff, check out my my Metafy. That's got my individual coaching on it. If you want to see these programs specifically, go to my members section where you can see the Legendary Tacticians and Tactician University programs. It's been an absolute blast. We'll probably I am definitely considering expanding Legendary Tacticians for next set, having a few more people in it because the feedback has been really positive. People have loved it, and it's just really fun. I mean, maybe we can even get up to a 16-person tourney next time, depending on how much we expand into. But yeah, we will see. That being said, I am kind of in like an end of set mode here, so I think I am going to dip out of here and go chill. Raid GDQ. I think they're doing okay. I think I'll raid somebody else. I see Wigwug streaming. Let's raid. I mean, I would raid GDQ, but I don't think my paltry viewers will help them very much. So let's send a raid over to Wigwug. Yeah, I mean we love Wigwug, don't we, people? I am probably gonna. I mean, I usually take Monday and Tuesday off as my kind of like off days. I might not be live Wednesday because I have some stuff to do. I might take this next week a little bit chill just because it's like Giga off season. But obviously, once PBE drops, once we get the information for PBE, which is usually during TAC Crown, so the second that embargo drops, I will probably be streaming a lot, just talking about the new set, locking in on that. And obviously, once PvE drops, we will be streaming an insane amount. So I'm super, super excited for that. Super, super excited for the future of Legendary Tacticians, Tacticians University, all this kind of stuff. My own competitive journey. It's been an absolute blast sharing this with all you guys, and super, super fun that I have, the level of support that I can do this stuff and do this as a job. This is how I'm paying my bills right now. And it's I feel super lucky to be able to do this. All right. I'm going to send you guys over to Wigwug. Thank you guys for hanging out. Everybody who competed, everybody who watched, it means a ton. And everybody who's gonna play in the future and everything else. All right. See you guys later. Goodbye. Go say hi to Wigwug for me, my favorite tier 1 player.